Hello, I'm Chewy, and I'll be running all extra battles. In case you aren't aware what an extra battle is, it was added about a year after the game came out. You have to beat the story to do them, and the rest can be explained during the run.
Hello,
Hello.
I'm Rainbow Fifth. I'm here to commentate. Yeah, these extra battles are ridiculous, and it's quite impressive that they can be beaten this quickly. But yeah, I'm here to be along for the ride.
And last but not least, hello, I am Zazu. I'm here as the third person to fill in any blanks, I suppose. I think we're good to go.
All right,
Yeah.
I think so. I think they want someone else counting in. So,
You wanna go?
all right. So we'll start with Throne in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So,
Good luck.
like most longer categories in this game, we'll be starting with Throne as our starting character. Throne is just a really useful character to have locked to the party in general, and also starts in a really good area of the map.
Yep, and she's the thief job. So she comes with dagger and sword. We already saw a couple runs with Therion, and Throne is pretty much the same thing, but in Octopath 2.
We've also got 2 other guest party members with us. These are not people who we'll have during our run. They're kind of just for the first minute of the game.
I wish we
More or
had
less.
Pyro.
I don't.
True. Yeah,
What?
Pyro would help a lot later.
Oh yeah, Pyro has that half HP move, doesn't he? I guess he's
No,
pretty-
it's actually a one-shot at max boost.
Wow. Yeah, that would be pretty useful.
For these first fights, we just go around and use our weapons to break all these enemies, and then do big damage when they are broken. Nothing too crazy going on here. This is basically the intro section where the game tells us how combat works, how weaknesses work, and how you break enemies, and so on.
Yeah, and that pierce through move, like I said, when he's in your party, it does half the enemy's HP. When he's a boss, it does 2 damage. But
It's actually 70% unboosted. It's crazy.
is it actually 70%? I thought it was half. Wow.
Yeah.
I can see why they take him away immediately. We will not be seeing Pyro in a party anymore. It was just those 3. It was just those 3 fights, or I guess it was 2 fights plus a random encounter.
Yeah. You can walk to skip the encounter, but it doesn't work all the time. So for a marathon run, I just run and break it.
Yeah. In regular attempts, you typically walk, and then if you get it, you reset. Or if I
Yep.
get it, I reset. Yeah.
So here we're getting introduced to Steel, which we've seen Therion use a lot.
And we also get introduced to the silence in Thrones Chapter 1. For some reason, there's no music in these early sections.
I think there's a part during Throne A3 that also that also goes silent for a little bit.
Oh, the
That is
entire
true.
screen before the boss.
In the garden.
Yeah.
Also, there's a type spot in the town itself that goes silent too. I think it's after stealing the habit.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Really effective use of silence from the sound designers. Thornay's story is very spooky, as we'll come to find out. Assuming we think to talk about it.
Come and get me.
Also, in the sewers, we were introduced to Throne's secondary path action, which you can only use at night, which is ambush, I think it's called,
Yep.
which allows
The
you
name.
to knock out NPCs as long as you meet a level requirement.
Yeah. Later on in the run, we'll find that level requirements are no object, at least not for Throne.
Open book.
Here's Pyro. The first couple turns, we're just going to be spamming Darkest Night, which is her elemental skill, and then max boost while we still have our night buffs. That's Throne's passive ability. She just gets buffs when it's night when the battle starts.
Yeah, it's a physical
Armor
attack
looking like.
and a speed boost for 3 turns.
I'll take this.
got the bad turn order here. You can skip having to heal here if you go before him on this turn.
What to do? Ready?
And here we're going to see hero do 2 damage.
Yep. So he has to do this before he's allowed to die. He has that 1 HP,
I take
and you just have to watch him do that for some reason. But yeah, now the fight's over. It's pretty simple because there's a guy in the starting town with 4 soul stones that you can steal, and soul stones just do a flat 400 damage, no boost required. Very potent this early in the game.
I don't know why I'm second guessing myself. I bought the earring, right?
Yes.
what to do.
I'm pretty sure you went
I
to the
did.
shop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there it is. I couldn't answer that truthfully because I wasn't looking.
Fair.
I was looking, and I didn't. It wasn't something that
Didn't register.
Red-
I just,
was on my
for some
radar.
reason, I just thought I didn't go to the
Yep.
shop.
It is kind of something that you just do automatically, and you don't really think about it.
Yeah, many of
So
these
here we're-
early game things you just do on autopilot often.
Yeah, so here we're flagging the new Delsta Harbor. All you have to do is enter the screen, and then you can warp there, and you'll be right in front of the boat. Really convenient.
We're also going to be
Something-
breaking enemies to build up Throne's latent power.
Yes. So breaking enemies serves 2 purposes. One, it lets you run away for free if all enemies on the screen are broken. And 2, it fills up her latent power. And Throne has the strongest latent power of all the 8 characters.
Yeah, we already saw it in action in the Pyro boss fight.
Yes, you're able to
It
throw
gives her
2
another
soul-
action.
We won't be using latents too much in this run because it's just kind of a hassle to refill them. But we'll be the ones that we do use will be like the times we do use them will be really impactful.
Exactly. Here, picking up Oswald, our next character. Unlike in Octopath 1, you are allowed to skip each character's intro chapter, which is good because Oswald's is really long.
And annoying.
Yeah. If you couldn't skip chapter 1s, there would probably be more Kate degeneracy in this run. Just to avoid having to get Oswald. But
I mean,
Oswald
you
is
have to get
useful.
him eventually.
Yeah. I guess for runs that don't need him then. But Oswald is also useful because he can steal, not steal, but like take enemies from NPCs as long as you can win a fight against them. That guy has about 15 grand worth of sell items. And we'll be putting those to use immediately here at the night shop.
I'm using the mod, so
Cheating.
I know.
It's a very nice quality of life feature. So highly recommend using the Black Market mod if you ever decide to speedrun Octopath 2. Assuming you're doing it on PC. If you're on Switch or any other console, tough luck.
Let's play.
So we already have Throne's latent, which is good. We'll need it later. Of course, if we die, we'll lose it, but hopefully that doesn't happen.
Who would ever die?
We don't really need it until Champ Belt, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we do lose it, we can probably... There's probably enough time
Yeah,
to
we
get
can
it
just go to an inn.
Yeah.
Now it's time to get surprised.
Let's go.
Alright, this is our first
Oh,
high
nice.
level 3.
What
Level 14 area. We can use a medium soul stone to clear the fight, and
I want.
it's not a problem. Although if it does get initiative on us, it will destroy us pretty quickly.
And we got
So
the
this
sticky
second
flower.
encounter isn't always good. We want 3 enemies here. But there's a backup if I get a bad one. Okay, that's a good one.
Come and get me.
Nice.
Yeah. So if they were to get, so he's trying to get 130 JP. If you were to miss that mark, there's another light M up to the right there, and you can just pick up a third encounter. Ideally, that never happens because it's slow, but it didn't happen this time.
Yeah. That's also why I saved, because if I die to an encounter, I don't have to repeat the whole screen.
Yes, we will be buying a boat.
Yep. Boat is mandatory.
Unfortunately.
And you're
There's also a
obviously
ton of
going
goodies it
to
unlocks for this run
you're-
too. We'll be doing
you're
a lot of
obviously going to
sailing
make
in
it
this run.
unpainted octopus, right? Because Doid won.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Oh wait, this guy's actually weak to staff. I forgot about that. I could have had Oswald break that. Or just YOLO flood, but alright. Been a while since I've gotten Mole 2.
So as we're going through this early game and potentially killing some encounters along the way with stones, are there any potential drops we might be looking out for?
Whimsical Leaf later. Also, that's an extremely early encounter. I've never gotten an encounter on the screen, much less that early.
Were you walking the whole way?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's quite obnoxious.
I did surprise it though, which is nice. But on the way to Crackridge, a Whimsical Leaf drop would save about like 2 seconds later.
Let the experiment begin. Thinking time.
But other than that, every other drop is kind of just annoying.
I believe the next character we'll be picking up is the Merchant Particio. Particio is extremely influential in this run because of his ability to hire NPCs.
Yep, he's the early game goat.
He also gets hired help, which I think that I think if you've been watching the stream long enough, you know what that is. But we can go over it once it starts being used.
Yep, that'll be Particio 2. This
So
the format of this run is fairly similar to any percent, especially at the beginning. So if you're familiar with that, some of this will be familiar to you.
The core for this route, as far as I know, is the Throne A any percent route
Yes.
with some very, very significant changes to account for the extra battles that we're going
Yeah.
to fight after.
When I first routed this category, it was very, very heavily based off of Throne A any percent, and over time it's deviated more and more.
Yeah, we have 3 characters who are used as our main damage dealer because we need a lot of because these bosses at the end have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of HP.
Yeah.
I
And
guess while we have some downtime, maybe we could explain what the extra battles are in more detail at this point already.
Yeah, basically, it's 4 fights. It's like a mode. You load your save into that mode, and you can fight 4 really hard optional fights. I can go into more detail what they exactly are.
Yeah.
But
First
I just
one
wanted
is
to
against-
first.
so the first one is against I think the noble travelers from the first game, so Ophelia, Alphen, etc. And then the second one is against the other 4, the rogues. And then once you clear those 2, and you unlock a significantly beefed up version of the first phase of the final boss in this game, and then you unlock the second phase.
Yeah. The third battle is actually unlocked by default. It's only the 4th one that's locked until you beat the 3rd one.
Oh, you're right.
But it doesn't matter. We're just doing them in order anyways.
There's some conveniences that come with it. One, you keep all your items after each fight, win or lose. They're meant to be just kind of like for fun.
You could kind of compare them to Kingdom Hearts data battles, I think. I'm pretty sure you get your items back after those. Or data organization fights.
I've never played Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
What?
same here.
What?
That was a pretty clean fight. So there really isn't any bad fights there with this party. In old routes, we'd have Agnia, and there is a bad party. Or a bad encounter you could get there. That'd be annoying to break. Okay, good thing I didn't get surprised there.
I have a copy of Kingdom Hearts in the other room.
Surely someone in
not
chat
played
has
it.
played Kingdom Hearts. Please, someone.
Surely.
I've seen the Lion King. Does that count?
That does count.
Okay.
Stand aside or fight.
So Chewie here is switching to nighttime for these fights. The
Yep.
nighttime battles give more money and job points.
Yeah, the JP is in general just a really useful resource in this run. It's going to
Yeah,
be way
especially
more of
'cause
a
it looks
bottleneck
like-
than XP.
Yeah, it looked like you didn't get the augmenter, so it's not gonna be you're gonna be a little bit tighter.
Old routes would get the augmenter actually. Like when Quadra rerouted this category, he actually got augmenter, but it's a very recent development to skip augmenter.
Hmm. There are plenty
yeah.
of battles in this category, so I'm sure the augmenter can be done without.
It
very
saves
reasonably.
like 10 seconds or so to skip augmenter. It's not actually that much,
Oh,
but skipping augmenter is also more consistent.
Yeah, because getting it is really hard.
And also you're able to kill fights instead of having to run from them early on.
Right now we're picking up Casti. Casti is going to be also very important, but she doesn't really shine until much, much later in the run.
Yeah, we don't have room for her right now. And now to do
Oh.
the thing that I probably plan on routing out. I feel like this it might be slow, but it might also not be slow. It's decently fast.
Oh,
This
getting
is
Agnia
late
now.
early Agnia, which is called that way because it's early, but also later than it used to be.
makes sense.
Yeah, so Agnia also has a level gated path action called Entreat, and there's some mandatory ones near the end of the game that are level 35. I mentioned Throne isn't going to have any problems meeting level requirements because she's going to be in the party during a section where boatloads of XP get dumped on the party, but Agnia will not be there, so we need to kind of get her EXP as much as possible. So
This early Agnia trip is really just for the XP to do some entreats early on. It has no real bearing later. Most of the XP for her will be gotten later in the run. Because that's the only encounter I'm killing with her in the party. Hikari's coming right back afterward.
Hikari, another very important party member.
And now we get Inventor. Which I obviously don't know anything about because I only run Inventorless categories.
Alright, so to briefly explain, Inventor unlocks a ton of broken abilities. Changeable Catapult that's an ability that just does a ton of damage.
We're actually never using Catapult in this run.
What?
Critical Scope makes sure you shoot crit all the time. Stupid Broken. Springy Boots makes it so you go at the front of the turn for 5 turns in a row. Even without boost, it's 5 turns. Extremely broken. The Elemental Bomb Bottle can break like 24 shields. Extremely broken. And then you also get a Step Ahead, which just gives you your whole party a free turn at the start of every single
And
fight.
we also don't use Bomb Bottle in this run either. Which is kind of interesting. And we only use Crit Scope twice, I think.
Crit Scope
actually, no, 3 times.
Crit Scope actually gets pretty obsoleted surprisingly early.
Yeah.
Just because we have ways to just guarantee crits no matter what.
Yeah. Turns out when you can beef up your crit stat to absurd levels, you don't really need the skill that makes you crit.
Wait, do any of the any percent routes actually use Bomb Bottle now that I think about it?
I
I don't think
That's
so.
mine use. I can't remember.
so. I've
I know
I've routed some like variations of this category. Like there's a version I've made that adds Galdera, and that one uses Bomb Bottle.
I know some older scripts for the boss of this chapter would use Bomb Bottle, but I don't think it gets used anymore in any categories.
Yeah, my notes only say to build it, and that's it. That's all.
Yeah, because Elemental Bomb Bottle is one of the it's like one of the faster inventions that you can collect.
Yeah. It's super broken casually, but
Yeah.
in runs it's kind of niche to use a little bit.
What else? There's Hastening Hammer, does a ton of damage. Makes it so you can recraft your inventions faster. The damage is just stupid. The recrafting inventions is not useful because there's no reason to ever recraft an invention.
True.
There's Tin Horn, fills everyone's latent gauge, broken as hell. Everything Inventor does is overpowered.
Also, we're getting Thief, which is unusual in this game. And that's mainly for that XP you mentioned on Agnia, because Life in the Shadows. And as a bonus, the reason we have Agnia in there is we can entreat some money items. That's about 30k from the guy in the Thief's Guild.
Shout out to both percent.
Yep. And we're selling them immediately, because we just need the cash.
Okay, QT in chat is wondering how you're supposed to pronounce Agnia's name. I think the correct way is Agnia, like with a long E, but I feel like Agnia sounds better, so that's what I always call her.
Yeah, I mean, it's a made-up name. You can say however you want.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a made-up name. I don't know. There are people out there named Sersha, so I guess
True.
they're not all made-up names.
Well, in Japanese, it's
Anyway, we just equipped
Agunea,
Step
so-
Ahead on our entire party, so I guess we should probably explain better what that does.
Now
So basically,
What
every
you
party
don't.
member with Step Ahead gets a free turn to start the fight. It's really, really broken.
It gives you a turn 0 effectively. You get to do whatever you
Pretty
want
much.
before the enemies get to act.
However, if you get surprised, you don't get it. So hopefully we don't get surprised. Okay, that's not the right guy. This is fine. No, this is fine.
Yeah, for these encounters, we want to break the Armor Eater because it's very tanky and won't die
Yep.
to a single Soulstone, so we use Sword, Axe, or Staff to break it and then throw an M-Stone. And we aren't too tanky at this point yet, so these encounters
Yep.
are still
Oh, we got
dangerous.
surprised.
Oh, there we go.
And yeah, that's how this goes.
So yeah, a Step Ahead gives you a free turn, but it won't activate if you get back attacked.
What to do?
Imagine if it did, somehow. Just ignore ambushes.
I mean, that's kind of what a lot of it's kind of like how a lot of Final Fantasy games work with the ATB. If you have like an initiative ability, if you get ambushed, you just still go first.
Oh, interesting.
Overall, this early game has not been bad.
here I come. Door open.
Yeah, early game crack ridge tags tend to be a little scary.
Yeah. When I rewrote at any percent, the crack ridge is a little bit better because you have an L stone you can throw. Oh, wait, no, you fight this guy. I don't know why I was trying to buy something. And that's just reset steps. Same way how, like, Haunted would provoke things in 1.
Anyway, Crack Ridge, important tag. Quite a few story events happen here. 2 chapters, and then an end game scenario happens here too.
Yeah, we will be
And of
tagging
course-
every single town.
Yeah, of course. The only one, like, you could potentially skip is Cape Cold, and we mug there anyways. So,
Alright. Because Oswald is napping
and we just
outside.
bought some more soul stones because we're actually running low.
Continuing with Partitious Chapter 2. I believe we
Part-
are going to finish it now, right?
Yep.
We want to finish Partitio's story pretty much as soon as we can.
Yep. That's the general gist of most 20% routes, and this one.
Let's play. My turn.
Chat is asking us to talk to Sherluto after we lead him to the...
Was already
Cave.
planning on it.
Oh, nice.
My PB actually does it, kind of funnily enough. Okay, this is like the one this is like the one encounter that, like, if it surprises you, is just like kind of a non-issue.
Next. I
Yeah.
take
Although if it manages to kill you, it sends you back.
Yeah, of
It doesn't
course.
send you. It doesn't send you half back, but it sends you to like the other, like the bottom screen of the town, I believe.
Yeah.
Because there's just no autosaves.
Okay, now it's time for Garnet. We're safety saving.
Is it? Do we have to hit a 95 here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Always save for 95.
The second
95
95 in this run is there's a backup for it.
what?
95 is basically 0. So yeah, we have to collect off this boss. This is a early game chapter 2 boss, and it has a ton of money for whatever reason. It is a dog, might I remind you.
Brilliant, Professor. You're open.
Okay, Particio lock in. Yeah, he locked in. That's good.
Let's go. Yeah, this dog has a lot of allowance on it somehow.
Ooh, we hit the range. We missed 2 crits and still hit the range.
And so
Good, yeah.
I could have thrown a small soul stone if I missed the range, so it wouldn't have been a huge deal, but it's nice to hit it.
Dog has more money than the gods of Orstera? I don't think that's true. I think the gods of Orstera have 40k.
Lies in my chat. Mods.
It's fine.
Alright, so doing some menuing here in preparation for Hikari's chapter 2, I want to say.
Hikari Chapter 2 is what we're doing next.
And we do this one early because we get access to Champion's Belt afterwards. Very
It
important.
opens up
item
a
for
side
all
quest where
categories.
you can win an item that gives you 100 strength and 100 critical. And incidentally, remove surprise attacks completely from the game.
Okay,
But
I
it's not
almost
like-
skipped that encounter on running. That's crazy. Didn't matter. Nice. I guess one thing we can mention is that unlike in 1, if you have evasive maneuvers, walking is still useful to reduce encounter rate.
It's always
that's a
really
little bit of a-
annoying when you do the walk and then then get the encounter anyway.
And then get
on
the
last
encounter
step.
anyway, yeah.
Feels so bad. Fun fact,
Especially-
you can walk this screen on Switch and sometimes skip the encounter.
That's great.
It's especially annoying when it's like walking to Scholar Shrine in the first game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's bad.
In like the majority of categories where I had to walk to Scholar Shrine, I just gave up. Like I would just, I'm gonna get the encounter anyway. I might as well just full sprint.
Yeah.
And speaking of encounters, we're actually killing this one, which is quite nice because if it surprises you, things can go south kind of quickly. And the trying to run away is a little bit suspect. But we just need the JP, so we just gotta kill things.
And something we don't do in normal any percent runs is well, get cleric
Yep.
license. Very
Basically,
niche.
this run kind of combines together the jobs you get in any percent and the jobs you get in Galdi, and then also adds Thief.
cleaning time.
So we'll be getting every job but 2.
And I'm guessing those are apothecary and
Conqueror.
do we get
Yeah.
apothecary?
We don't get Conjurer.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I forget about conjurer because it's so horrible to get and kind of useless.
It actually does have, like, some niche use on the final fight in this run. Like, it's kind of annoying to not have it.
Yeah, you just there's no reason to get it if you're just doing it a speed run from a new game.
Yeah. It's just so out of the way. But, like, one of its support skills is theoretically useful in that fight. I don't think we really have the JP budget for it, but, like, it theoretically would be useful.
Right. And also there's another extra job that's kind of out of that. It's not really out of the way, but it's like most categories are gonna get it. The Arcanist. You get that
We
in
do
Galdi.
get that one, though.
Yeah, you get that one in Galdi, but we get it here for a different reason.
Yep.
It has a passive
Same
ability
reason,
that-
but also different.
it has a
It's
passive
for
ability
support
that
skills in both cases, but it's a different support skill than Goldie uses.
yeah, it's a passive ability that makes it so that when you die, you don't lose your buffs. And there's a lot of death in the last few fights because
Yeah,
I don't
the
even-
final
I don't
fight
even
in
know-
this run can have up to 13 intentional deaths, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
I don't even know if I can think of like a way you could possibly do those fights deathless. You know, it could be
I mean, I've done it.
yeah, right, it could be-
I've made a hitless fight. It's
Oh,
really
totally.
slow, but it is possible.
I'm totally misremembering then.
Well, the way you have to do it is you have to like stall one of the phases for a really long time. But no, doing them deathless is very hard. Don't get it twisted.
On your guard.
So yeah, we're just fighting all these guys with soul stones. This is like Hikari's tournament thing, kind of like what Ulbrich did.
Hikari Chapter
But-
2, warrior character, you have to have a tournament arc.
My turn.
Right. But these guys are even more pathetic than Ulbrich's dudes because they're just like regular guys instead of like people with big boss sprites.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn slowing sweep here. There's only one chance to use it. Maybe it'll get used. Likely it might.
Is it this next fight?
Yep, just the next fight. In the past, it was used more, but it just isn't needed.
The one atop the 5-tier tower is Conjurer. I don't know when that message was posted, but if that's what you're thinking, yes, it's Conjurer.
Okay, I will use it. I don't have latent on Hikari, which is a little annoying, but it doesn't lose that much time to not have that.
So similar to how speed buffs put you one slot forward in turn order for the next turn, slows will do the opposite. So there we use slow sweep to...
It's a little bit like, if you think about it, it works a little bit like Spearhead, but not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just kind of
Kinda, but
reminds people.
not
It
really.
kind of reminds you of Spearhead.
Same
Also,
idea,
here
at
we-
least for that fight.
Here we can see how much more broken the merchant is in this game than the first one. Everybody started the fight with 2 BP because they got a support
Oh yeah,
skill
we
from the
got
merchant.
boost start now. That's
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah. In the first game, you got boost start. It cost 6,000 JP, and you got it from Starseer, which is behind a very difficult boss. Here, just a merchant just gets it for 600.
I think, like I said in the comment, in Octopath 1, it's arguably too late, and in this game, it's arguably too early.
So
But you do
here's
use
the,
it in 1, too.
Here's the Faint-Hearted Youth side quest. You ambush that guy, and then you get thrown into this fight here. This is supposed to be like really hard, and it kind of is, but with a step ahead and Throne being able to go twice in a row, it's kind of
Power
trivial.
of money.
That was very expensive. That was 30,000. That's basically
Yep.
the entire reason why we do Garnet so early.
And now we got our Champion's Belt, which Throne will hold on to for most of the run.
Yeah, I believe you're expected to lose that fight because you still get the side quest reward.
Yep.
If
And
you die,
you're
but,
able to rematch afterward.
Yeah, you don't get the champ belt drop though. You have to win to get that one.
So it goes.
Now we get to say goodbye to Hikari and replace him with a much more useful character, at least for now.
So I think Throne still has her base dagger on from the start of the game, but
Yep.
with the champion's belt, it did 200 per hit. Of course, in the nighttime with the buffs. But still, that's it's a pretty sizable increase in damage.
Yeah, 100 physical attack at this point in the game is huge, and the crit as well, because the enemies at this point are not that fast, so our crit being so high makes it really likely for us to get crits.
So that chest has a fire soul stone in it. You just add a little bit of a macabre.
Yep.
That's Oswald's old house that got burned down in the murder incident.
What?
So now that we had Temenos in the party, we have what I like to call the Night Squad, which is Throne, who gives us physical and elemental buffs, as well as speed at night, and then Temenos will debuff all enemies with elemental and physical defense down. So the enemies take 50% more damage, and we deal 50% more damage, which is a very
also
nice
blinds-
boost.
It also blinds them from one turn, which is useless because they don't move on the first turn.
Yep. I mean, hey, it could be nice if we got surprised, but we can't get surprised anymore, so
It's
never mind.
useful if you're using drastic measures and want to kill something on turn 1. That's
It's also
extra
useful-
debuff.
It's also useful in the Temenos single story against Caldina.
yeah, inventorless routes in general. I guess Galdian too as well, because like getting surprised in that encounter in that category can be pretty nasty.
All right,
Alright,
that's Thorne's entire
Holgren.
chapter 2. or at least that particular chapter. All you have to do is click the first option. When I first played this game, I had 2 options. I clicked the second one.
I did too.
I think I might have as well. I'm not sure.
I was like, well, why would they ask me to not move the cursor?
Actually, no, I don't
it
think I
turns-
did.
Yeah, it turns out on the wrong option, there's a blood stain, which is kind of hard to see, but that's how you're supposed to be able to figure out which one it is.
Well, in my mind, they were talking about the password was something drink from your left hand.
Yeah,
and
they
I
also
was
said
thinking,
that.
so yeah, left hand, that's what I'm supposed to drink, huh?
Okay, now we're doing a fun little strat here.
Oh yeah, so here, these guys have a steal of a forbidden elixir, which is otherwise an item that's really annoying to get. But this is always the first encounter in this room, so you can just get 2 of them here. You can even get a third one if you want, but we only have 2 thieves.
All super bosses actually gets a third one there.
Now, if
And
we
there's
had
another
Agnia,
collect here, but I'm not safety saving for it. There's actually a backup.
Also, Oswald No Hired Help gets a forbidden elixir.
oh, interesting.
It's just a refill late in one fight.
Oh wait, no, I need to collect first. Hang on.
Oh, 50.
There we go.
Wait, he has money. I always just kill this guy.
Yeah, so that guy basically pays for himself. You get 15 grand and then you spend it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
in
the
addition,
backup. We have the money. We could just get money in a chest next chapter.
Oswald 3. So, oh yeah, there's a 14k chest in here. I guess the difference is negligible.
Yeah. Like, I think there's, like, theoretically times where that 1k difference can matter, but, like, in practice it shouldn't.
I called this Oswald 3. It's Oswald 4 because Oswald numbers.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because his chapter
Hey,
1
Oswald,
is...
please lock in. I'd rather not lose 10 seconds to resetting rep later.
Right. So you can fail these scrutinizes. You can't lose your rep on them because they're required. I mean, you can lose your rep on them, but you can still keep trying them because they're required. However, you need to have reputation in here later. So
You locked
really
in?
need to.
Good one, Ozzy.
In any percent, it's a little more rough because you're also doing a steal before that. And
Oh,
the
yeah,
steal
true.
can go wrong too.
So your money rot is a little bit different because you're not getting the same stuff to sell later.
There,
Yeah.
if you bring up the party chat there, that counts as a cutscene, and it will reset your step counts. So just a
Okay, we can
good
have
clean way
either
to make
character
it.
break here. Nice. Or we can have either character kill. Oh, Throne almost has latent.
Yikes!
If she had it, that's going to be useful later. But I don't think there's any opportunities for her to break things later. Actually, this fight she could break, hypothetically. Nope. Perfect turn order here. Nice. 4 crits. Crazy. Crits are not guaranteed here. There's no way I got 8 crits again.
Check him, PC.
I also got 8 crits in my PB, I think.
Hmm.
But if we had JP Augmenter, we could actually just learn Evil Ward here. However, we don't. So we have to live without Evil Ward for a little bit longer.
I suggest you get out of my way.
Evil Ward is a cleric passive ability that you get after using 1630 JP?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the last one?
Rise Again.
Alright.
It's Encore from 1.
Yeah.
Perfect encounter here, by the way.
There are a couple support skills that they reused from 1 that just changed the name of for some reason. The most infamous one is deal more damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hate the new name.
Old routes
But-
actually did used to use Rise Again, but it's been replaced.
Grabbing that Serenity herb that's right there. It's a little tough to get that and still make it to the screen with only one encounter.
Really? I've never gotten the second one.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I don't think I have either. I just played it safe there because I got the first encounter pretty early.
Actually, yeah, you know what? You're right. It's not tough. I just
You're
assumed it
walking
was.
the screen.
It's worth it.
I don't know. I usually don't, but
It
I don't know.
feels so
Sometimes I do
long.
it.
I hate walking that whole way.
Yeah.
I did it once and was like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know. I've just seen other people walk it, and I'm like, sure.
right. So we're on our way to Winter Bloom because we need to go there later. I think we're also picking up Scholar because we want to ditch Oswald at some point, but we still want
Yep.
EM.
Temenos will take over Oswald's scholar duties.
Yeah, Oswald does basically nothing in this category. This isn't Galdera where he's actually good.
Yeah. He does do cool things, but they're not Oswald exclusive cool things. They're just cool things that any character could theoretically do.
But he's the most expendable, so he does them.
Yeah, pretty much. And for the same reasons, Oswald's latent is the only latent power we don't use in this run.
Poor guy.
Oswald's latent is sometimes good, but it's like so situational. If you're not building Oswald for magic, there's no reason to use it.
Yeah.
Ready?
That is Oswald's latent being single target spells with double power, same as the Scholar Divine from the first game, but it only works on one turn.
So, oh, that's not the character I wanted to swap.
Welcome back,
And yeah,
Casti.
Oswald's out.
And Elemental Barrage is a surprise tool that will help us later. It will not come up until the very last fight of the run.
And we're not going to see Oswald again until the cross pass, right?
No, we'll see him before that. We'll see
Oh,
him
yes.
for Particio 4.
Of course, and then there's also we haven't done his chapters yet. Or we haven't done all his chapters yet.
Yeah, but we do that at the same time as the cross paths.
Right. And also Particio 4, I think you do the cross pass right after. Or the first cross
You
pass.
don't actually. In any percent you do, but in this
Yeah.
you don't. You delay the Delsta cross path until later.
So yeah, I have run through the route of this, but it was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
I
there's
imagine
been
changed.
yeah, you might have ran through Quadra's route with
I
the
did
JP
Quadra's.
augmenter.
Yeah.
But there isn't, I mean, especially this first half of the run isn't too different. But we won't be able to get Abers as quickly, so we'll have to kind of make do without it. Unless we hit JP 100. That's a thing.
Yeah. So I said earlier we want to finish Particio's story as soon as we can, but we're also going to be picking up various other chapters here and there that are just kind of right there. Like we wanted to dump Oswald, so we had to get Scholar, and like this chapter's right here, and this guy just kind of dies. So we can just take this out, so we don't have to worry about it later.
And this is also nice for handing in the pickaxe to get the
that too,
rusty
yes.
sword that we got from the lady.
Something similar will happen with one of Cassie's chapters. We're just gonna get it on the way to Willgrove.
No, we do go there. I was like, okay. So now we finally have JP for Evil Ward because we're actually able to learn it on Particio on account of getting Cleric.
Ah,
Temenos doesn't have JP for it, but Particio does.
Okay, it is where we get the spooky encounter. It's pretty much always
Yep.
here.
Are you my next patient?
And yeah, Evil Word being in play just makes this a non-issue.
Yeah, the spooky encounter I think is level 51, but I'm not sure. But yeah, Evil Ward just adds a flat 50 to your flee rate. So in this high level area, our flee rate would normally be 10%, and it's now 60%.
That still seems pretty low.
And then the second try would be 75%. Since we get 2 tries.
yeah, since we have step ahead.
What to do?
Now we can
So
just
like,
casually run
I
away
think the
from.
overall chance to flee is like 87%, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
All right, so now we're in gravel, and this is where the Arms Master is, so we can hand in that rusty sword that we picked up.
Surely the sword will actually be used for something, right?
Sure.
Well, I mean, it will be used for something, but
we got a cool skill. It's called Cosmic Roar. Like, how awesome is that?
And this is what, and we just used it.
Nope.
What?
Oh, I forgot to buy things. There we go.
Very important. Buying some ingredients for Casty to use for concocts.
I think my PB did the same thing too, where I almost forgot to buy the concoct mats.
Yeah, they're pretty forgettable because, I mean, they're very important, but they're used once, so...
Yeah. Also, in other categories, you have the money to buy them before you do sell, but here we have to sell first, so it's a little weird.
Yeah, the diffusing serum is quite pricey, and the dreamy flower isn't exactly cheap either.
We actually buy 2 diffusing serums because we need one after the sleep as well. It's just the best place we can get an extra.
But yeah, that selling the sword pretty much made us good on money for a while. Like it gave us 120 or 125,000.
Yeah.
So
It's
a
basically
lot of
going to
like
fund this chapter and the boat.
yeah, a lot of the little money chests that you might see people pick up in other categories can basically be ignored. And once we exhaust all these funds, we have other rusty weapons we can get and just sell for another 125k. Anyway, this is Cassie's chapter 2. I talked about Cassie's story already today, so I don't feel like talking about it again.
Did you?
Yeah, I was commentating that solo race.
Alright, true. Oh, you've done a lot of casting.
Oh yeah, I played a Cassie speedrun too.
Yeah, there's some war going on, and Casty's like,
There's
nah,
also some really
you gotta
cursed
stop.
encounters you can get on these screens, but okay, I didn't get either. That's
Yeah,
good.
they're really rare.
Didn't find out the war they're fighting is against a giant antlion. Don't tell Zick.
But yeah, Casty being the boss lady she is, she just tells the soldiers to stop fighting because they're stupid.
I do believe the Arms Master class is going to get actually used. We just don't want the weapons.
Yeah.
We can use.
We'll use Sixfold Strike a little bit, and then
Dagger gets used
obviously the
briefly.
job itself will be used for its weapon access.
Actually, is that correct? Is that still correct that the dagger gets used briefly?
Yeah, Dagger does get used briefly. Yeah.
But
It's
not
got good
as
stats.
Arms Master.
And then I think the Arms Master. Well, I know we use other classes for like Giants Club usage. I don't know if Arms Master is one of them in this
Arms
category.
Master is one of them. It's actually the main one.
And so it
Yeah.
goes.
Old Route used to use Arcanist as well, but now Arcanist is relegated to that job Hikari puts on for the final fight of the run. Well, Oswald uses a little bit before that too.
In addition, Arms Master has an important passive ability that you unlock when you hand in 3 weapons. Here we're going to pick up the Warrior class, used mainly for the damage cap.
Oh, okay.
Surpassing power.
That felt weird. Yeah, I wonder why.
Oh, that's not the
Supposed-
boat.
That's not the boat. I can't ride that.
This isn't mine.
You can ride it, but it'll cost you. So here
What
we're
was
gonna buy.
the boat you? What was the boat you said?
It was White Octopus.
White Octopus. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone in chat can correct me, but they don't have
That
a
is
lot of time to
correct.
do it. And yeah, there's a little bit of a delay with the gameplay on our side. That just can't be helped.
GG both percent. 49-13.
So now we're going to be tagging Rock Islands. This will be, I think, the second of, 5 high-level area fleas that we have to do.
Well, that's
Maybe it's just
a
4.
scary amount.
It is 5, wait, yeah. Okay, we got that one.
Okay.
The other ones are Shipwreck, Timberrain, and Porticio 4. I probably walked enough. Should be good. There we go.
Wait, I'm reading the notes right now, and it says paint the boat black and choose octopus sail symbol.
Yep.
Did you edit it?
I did that because in Quadra's any percent route, it says red octopus, and it says this is very important. So I decided to be a little different.
See.
I think one of Sanjan's routes says blue octopus.
Ready?
I don't know.
I
I'm a
think blue
certified.
octopus is the OG.
I'm a certified party pooper. I go full unpainted every time.
Just try hard. No fun allowed.
Getting
I
caught
do
on stairs, the Octo2 classic.
At least you
I do
didn't need
other
to
fun.
reload.
What?
Yeah.
Sometimes you
you
get
can
stuck
you
on them.
get perma stuck on the stairs occasionally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen that too.
It also kind of looks like you get when you get the encounter, it looks like you get stuck as well because unless you have like the fushy thing turned on, which I don't, it freezes you a little bit.
The what thing?
You know the battle transition.
Like
Yeah.
the dynamic camera.
Yeah.
Is that dynamic? Okay, interesting.
I think it's dynamic camera. I think that's what the setting is. I don't know. I just have both off. The dynamic camera and the dynamic boosted attack camera are the two.
Dynamic boost is necessary to turn off. The dynamic, I've heard the dynamic battle transition doesn't actually lose time, but I've always had it
Gotcha.
turned off.
Now I gotta open the game and see this. I can't remember that setting.
This chapter will be done in a few segments. Because we don't quite have the money to do it right now.
Yeah. It also kind of puts you all over the map.
Yeah.
So it can be a little bit of a convenience to use the game's warp feature. So that sunken gold statue sells for 50,000 base. It looks like we're gonna go to Timberrain and pick up the rusty spear right now.
Yep. I also need to get the soul stones because Ikari does not have latent.
Are you my next patient?
But that loses very negligible time.
Yeah, thankfully Throne can just steal them for free pretty much.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason they have like a really high steal rate.
Yeah, there are hundreds in this category, which is super, super nice.
Because they're well, actually they're not any more expensive than regular soul stones, but they are pretty pricey.
I suggest you get out of my way.
Ask me how I know how much those soul stones cost. Ask me about a category where I don't have Throne and I have to get them.
Okay, this will be the third high-level area of Runaway.
Oh, these guys
You
are
got it.
harmless anyway.
Wait, where is the dynamic camera? I can't even find it in the settings.
I think it's in general, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I couldn't think of what to call it, so I called it Fushy or whatever. Fush.
Wait, you can actually go night early here and skip those guys. Interesting.
Yeah. So that's another bit of game knowledge that can be important to have is where certain NPCs are standing during the day and nighttime and what's the best way to help your pathing and not getting body blocked.
Yeah, over time as I've run this, I've found more and more spots where it's like, oh yeah, I can switch to knight here. And get the guy out of the way.
Generally, the trend is if it's nighttime, there's fewer people standing around, but that's not 100%.
Oh, the setting's really far down. Okay, dynamic battle and dynamic boost. Okay, I see.
Well, now another high level area.
This is the shipwreck of the Empress. Legend has it that a red-haired adventurer was here.
Let's play. My turn.
Congrats.
Game has been very nice to me. This, of course, means Aileron will be really, really bad.
Nah. First try. It's gonna be XP and JP 100.
My PB isn't even first try. It's second try.
That's why we're PBing today.
I mean, I do have splits up. I am ahead.
Well, now you cursed it.
I did curse it. I really did. I shouldn't have said anything. And now we just got peak performance.
So one thing to note is when you sell the Arms Master weapons and come back to the blacksmith, he gets really angry and tells you to buy them back for 150k. But if you don't have the money, you
Yeah,
obviously
it's
can't
very
get
helpful
them.
to not have very much money when that happens. Otherwise, you can accidentally rebuy the sword.
Yeah.
Although I think you have to like be intentional about it. Still,
I don't think you can interact with him anymore unless you buy them. I could be wrong.
Bolt's
no, I think
coming
you
back.
just cancel out. I think. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to get anything from him there because you don't have enough money.
Now we
I
gotta
have
do
the sound. I have the sound off, but there's a real jam here.
Got to do some menuing real quick. What it was.
This is a very common spot for menuing because of the.
Oh wait, I
gun.
forgot to kind of equip those. That's kind of important now, is it?
So we put the XP augmenter on for 10% more experience.
Oh wait, I don't go knight here. Why did I go knight here? Losing time for the love of the game.
Yep.
XP augmenter for 50% more experience. Dancing dagger for good damage. I think we put peak performance on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, peak
And
performance.
step ahead on Temenos.
Peak performance is the second arms master passive. It basically gives you just a free 50% more damage if you're at full HP. And because enemies never move, we're always at full HP.
Yeah, I think there's only been one time in practice where I had to remember to actually heal up, and of course I forgot.
Yeah, there's sometimes if you change jobs, you'll get more HP and it won't fill you up.
Yeah, in this
I don't know
run,
what happened in
it's literally just if you get hit somewhere, you'll have to heal, but just don't get hit.
Yeah, don't get hit. Like some of Hikari's challenges, he can get hit, and that's annoying.
Oh yeah, there's that one too.
Yeah. There's like the chapter 3. You basically, I know you put on that tornado spear just so that you can get a chance to dodge it, or a higher chance to dodge it, and keep the peak performance buff.
So here's Thurston. I think he got fired by Rock, who was his boss, and now he's mad at us.
Yeah, he's mad that we killed his dog and stole his money.
And now he.
Oh, wait,
now
no, I
he
need to
broke
break
his
first.
PC.
What am I doing?
Because Thurston doesn't have very much health because he's initially untargetable at the start of the battle.
I've seen worse methods.
But because our characters are so OP, we're able to get rid of the fog machine pretty much right away.
And now we've reached Partitio's final chapter.
Is this still the 2-turn train or?
Yep, still 2 turns.
Okay.
So we don't do the fancy collect strats. We just throw vets and win.
You can
Yeah.
collect this upcoming boss for 52k, which is really nice, but requires a slightly slower fight.
Yeah.
Or I guess a much slower fight compared to what we're gonna do.
Yeah, unfortunately, it will short us by quite a bit of money, but we don't
Yeah,
care.
the
We have a lot. We have a
sunken gold
lot.
statue. The sunken gold statue we picked up is basically the equivalent of, like, it's very similar to just doing 2-turn train. Like the difference between the two is kind of that.
It's actually more. It's actually better because it's like 10k more.
Because you can sell it.
I
and
just
get the
what?
campaign boost. You surprised?
Nice.
Okay, I'll take it.
That
Skills.
happens.
I should walk here though, because you don't want to get the second encounter here.
Ah, we don't have travel banter. I see.
Yeah, and
Yeah, you need.
we have travel banters on the next screen, but not this one.
Yeah, you need Cassie for this one.
Yep.
I'm so used to just having cast in my runs.
Yeah. The next screen you get you can actually get 2 travel banters, one with Oswald, one
Yeah,
with
we only
Throne
need the
Ace.
one.
But just in case you're worried, you can just do Oswald and then Throne.
Yeah, there's a 23k chest, I want to say, in the back room, or maybe it's
Yep.
24.
And you can do another travel banter to get that one. Okay, Throne does not have latent, if I remember correctly, so I need to refill that. Just barely didn't have it, so -1 rev or reinforcing jam.
Wait, jam. Yeah, so Throne needs latent because she has to critical scope and then HP thief on turn 1. It basically
There's
makes the 2 turn
also
possible.
a big or large light sheet you could pick up in the first.
Yeah, there
I
was
mean,
a
the jam is
there.
really fast to get a replacement, so it's not a huge deal.
Oh, okay.
It just kind of feels bad that you're like 2 points off or whatever, and you had to use the whole jam. So yep, we critical scope and we HP thief. That does the last.
Wait, what did I get the... Wait, what? Wait, the Dancer's Blade poisoned him. That's really funny.
Oh yeah, I think it can
can have-
inflict random debuffs or ailments.
Yeah.
Rather. It's funny.
That just surprised me. I was like, why the heck is he poisoned? Why is he even vulnerable to that?
Well, most bosses are vulnerable to poison.
I mean,
He's an
it's a
old man.
train, though. How can I poison
Oh
that?
yeah, Caldera's eye is vulnerable to poison. By the way, it does like 6k.
Holy.
Final boss
don't know
in
if
this run is vulnerable to poison and takes like 10,000.
That does sound familiar. Anyway, that's Particio chapter 4 finished. So now we're gonna this opens up a side quest involving Mr. Alrond.
And see you, Dancer's Blade. You served us well.
Out of curiosity, are we playing on Japanese or English voices?
English.
Yeah, English. If you have Alrond, English is faster by about 2/3 of a second per Alrond summon.
And here's where the music goes off, but it comes back when we do this.
Well, there is a guy in the train. I'm assuming he's the one that's getting poisoned.
Yeah, fair. Wait, we gotta do a menu, so let's do the menu now. This is... You get that.
All right, so there's 2 people who we need to get information from. Once we do that, we can hand in the side quest. And this side quest unlocks.
The
This
reward from
quest
the
is a-
quest is actually good, too.
Yeah, this is does a couple things for us. It gets us the Butler's Tailcoat, which helps us with our guaranteed critical build, as well as unlocks Alrond as a summonable party member. So we can also bribe him to get a 20% discount.
It's actually... is it? I think it's more than that.
25?
Like, it goes from 200 to 160. So I guess, no, that is 20%. Never mind. Ignore me. Okay, moment of truth.
All right.
First try, calling it.
All right. So yeah, each of these assassins gives about the same EXP as a chapter 4 or a final chapter boss, and there's 4 of them. So that's a total of 6,000 EXP just base, where the final boss of the entire game gets 5,000. So that's already pretty good, but that's way too little EXP for us to be concerned with.
And this is why we grabbed those ingredients for casting Gravel, the diffusing serum and the dreamy flower, because you can, for some
We've
reason,
already
put these
gotten
guys
to
asleep.
10 times. We've already gotten a 10 times EXP multiplier. We got another one right there. That's not enough either. We're
Yeah.
hungry.
100.
We need times 100.
We want to feast.
Okay, I'll run lock in, please. If he doesn't
So I
give me
think-
either of the things I want, I run here.
I think.
Okay, I run here.
My turn.
Yeah, so I think it's a 7% chance to get XP times 100. And on top of that, you also need JP times 10, which is like
Yep. The
20,
odds of getting
28.
both are 29%.
Yeah. Not favorable, but not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Obviously, just getting it right away is a huge time save over having to reset a couple times. But it's still like not the worst thing in the world. It's probably better than JP times 5 on Gideon, for example. And of course, these guys will just kick our asses straight back to our
Okay,
house.
that's good. Good start.
So we
Okay.
want them to be sleeping the whole time.
So JP 10 is the minimum we want on the JP side. And now we're just looking for the XP
We just need
100.
XP 100.
My turn.
That's not enough. Okay. Wrong stat.
Unfortunately, because we got the JP times 10 early, we have to wait out all 6 of his
My turn.
Yep.
buffs. We can't just say, well, he's not giving us.
Unless he gives me what I want, then I don't have to wait him out. Nope.
Because if he gives you nothing in the first 5, then you already know that you can't. It's impossible, and you can just run away.
Okay.
Come
Nope.
on, I'll run.
0 for 2. I'm not sure how many attempts I'll give it. Probably give it like maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah, we have a backup save for this.
Yeah.
Again, the odds are a little bit worse than a 1 in 3, so
Allow me to light
it's not unreasonable to say you can get it in 5 turns, in 5 attempts.
my turn. Now go.
And we've already seen it times 100 at this point, so it's not like... The odds of getting times 100 something from Bewildering Grace, for example, is like infinitesimal. Here it's a lot more reasonable because he only gives multipliers instead of like killing your party like PG can.
My turn.
He's not cooperating.
These
lot of
are
JP too.
sad.
We were talking earlier
Oh
about
my
how
god,
like
of course he would do that.
Ready?
Now you have
Of course
to
he'd give me
check
the
this last
tiniest amount of hope.
My
yeah, we were talking earlier about how EXP 10, you know, there's a world where it could be workable, but you're,
one. That's the wrong one.
there's
Of
just
course.
you're probably better off not getting outrun at all than you are. We're trying to work with EXP 10.
Yeah.
We were
Because
discussing
you
it.
just save so much money with EXP 100, and Outrun costs a lot of money. Because I'll need to get BT weapons later, and those are expensive. But I'll be able to steal them if Outrun cooperates.
I have no choice. What to do? Prepared, not this time. Now go.
Is this 4 or is this 3? No, this is 4. Okay, EXP 10. Again, wrong stat.
Naughty deeds are bitter medicine. My turn.
JP2.
I remember when I was trying to get an EXP 100 file for Agnia single story. I think I got JP 100 like 4 times before EXP 100 showed up. It took like 4 hours, and I had the game
Yeah,
on
this
like
is-
5 times.
He just needs to give me the one I want. He just needs to give me XP 100. And I have
Did
2
you do
shots at
JP10
getting
yet?
it. Come on. I'm feeling good about this one. Apparently not.
What to do?
One thing you have to be really careful is that you don't accidentally run away while you're defending.
Oh, now go.
Yep. I have done that before, but not after, like, God, okay. Should I use the backup save here, or go one? I'll go one more.
One more.
One more.
I'm kind of getting secondhand gambling addiction here. I feel like you should keep going.
The early game has been pretty good, so I feel pretty comfortable going for more.
Give Quadra more time to sleep.
Anime says 10 more.
Yeah, here we go.
Ready when you are.
100 more.
Here I come. Not this time.
Okay. That's a start.
What to do?
Not a perfect one, but a good one.
It's the third JP 100 we've seen and no XP yet.
Yep.
This will teach you.
You're exposed.
There's JP10 as well.
My turn.
Alrond, please.
There's XP10.
Now it not this time.
My turn. Well,
Now it not this time.
P10 again.
Come on, one more 0.
Go.
Unreal.
my turn.
Not this time.
But up now go.
The problem is that Zero is also sleeping right now. If he were awake, then he would be attached to the end of that XP10.
This is insane. Okay, I'll go one more.
Just one more.
Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Just one more.
Insane. Just insane. How have I not seen it once? I was saying before this that I haven't really gotten a truly bad Elrond in a while.
My turn. Not this time.
I wouldn't even call
Yeah.
this truly bad.
Now go.
Yeah, it's not yet.
I mean, it's bad.
PB
'cause you
is
haven't-
7. So I've overall been fairly fortunate.
Like it is bad, but
Now it not
because you haven't even seen EXP 100 one time at this point.
Yeah.
My turn. Clean.
There's EXP10 again. Oh, I haven't critical scoped yet. I need to do that.
this time.
My turn. Well,
It's not required, but it guarantees the overkill, which is required. Okay, JP10. XP10.
clean.
Yeah, this should be the 6th attempt.
Now it not this time.
Playtime is over. Now go.
Okay, I'm just gonna kill this just to show, you know, imagine with one more 0 on the XP. Just imagine there's an extra 0 there.
Whee!
We get to around 50. If we get XP 100, we will get to around 82,
82.
I believe.
Yeah, it's 82.
Me too.
So backup save time.
So, yeah. In addition to like, don't run away. You also want to like. This is right after Particio learns his EX skill, so that's going to be on the bottom instead of hired help. That's something you got to be careful of.
Yep. So
Wow, I can't believe you ambushed the level.
Yeah. So now we're level 82. We would immediately warp to Rock Island after the assassins. So that's why I was there. But level 82, in addition to giving us really good stats, also means we never fail a flee, we never fail a path action, almost.
What to do?
And all 4 of these characters will use their buffed up stats later on.
And
Yeah,
then, of
having
course,
higher-
it
Yeah, go ahead.
it boosts our critical damage, critical stat enough so that we always crit everything. In addition to the Butler's Tailcoat and the whatever, we pretty much always use like plus crit weapons. And
Breaker's Blade for Dagger and BT Blade.
And
the
level difference between 50 and 80 actually gives you a 30% damage boost.
Yep. I don't think it's 30, but it is
It's
a damage.
around 30.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. If you're comparing multiplicative, actually, it probably is.
Speaking of 30% damage boost, we just picked up the Giants Club. Giants Club gives you a 30% damage boost for physical damage. I think is it just skills?
It
Anything
works on
physical.
basic attacks too.
Okay. It's always
but
described
it
as being like
it doesn't work
skills
on typeless physical moves, so it won't work on stuff like Hastening Hammer.
All right. Yeah, it's always described in tooltips as being like physical skills, but I think it's also basic attacks.
Yep. Okay. So now we're starting Ignia 2, and this will be kind of our main party for this kind of story cleanup portion of the run. But because we have JP 10 and don't have Augmenter, we don't have Abers yet. So we'll have to make do without it.
Right.
So
You
we're
also
going to go
notice-
pick up an early Finisher's Clause.
Yeah. You'll also notice Agnia is level 4 right now. If you've seen an 90% run, Agnia is usually in the party instead of Hikari for the big Auron bomb. But she is not this time, and so now we need to drag her along for quite a while to make sure she gets to level 35. And there's more than enough fights that we pick up to make that a reality.
Yeah.
But
The optional bosses in particular drop a lot of XP, which is going to be really handy. Yes, locking the shield is actually required. So that menu
Like-
just basically gave Throne all our gear. So we're mostly set up. And then also we gave Hikari Life from the Shadows, which is going to make Throne get more JP, which will help us get Abers, and then it'll also give Ignia more XP,
My turn.
get her to that level 35.
I don't think I even unlocked a step ahead until I was like already beating the game, basically. Like, there's obviously like value to the design philosophy of don't tell people where to get the items, but it also made it so that I didn't bother trying to find the items.
Yeah. So we're going to have to break here.
My blade. Time to strike.
What?
But thanks to our levels and our gear, Throne is pretty strong.
And so it goes.
Nice. So yeah, this boss has a finisher's clause behind it, and that's good. Makes your crits stronger. Is that right?
Yeah, it
Yes,
makes
okay.
it gives a 1.5x damage boost if you crit.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I confuse
So
finisher's
it
clause and Fang of Prophecy
basically
a lot.
makes crits 87.5% extra damage instead of 25%.
Oh, that's a nice extra boost.
I would still call it pretty overpowered in Zero, like even if it's just one character who unlocks it, because one character in that game is actually 2 characters.
And there's also the fact that the extra turn 0 gives the whole party 1 BP.
Yes, that's a thing in this game too that makes it broken, but it's especially noticeable when only one character is using a step ahead.
In Zero, it
everybody
does have a downside though, because by using Step Ahead in Zero, you forfeit your guaranteed turn order on turn 1.
That is true.
But of course, depending on how you're planning things out, you might want it anyways. So we've given Temenos Warrior, which not only helped on that boss fight there with the Aggressive Slash, but his courses in the story are also weak to Sword, so we can throw Aggressive Slash on them too.
Like
Horse is... Go ahead.
like theoretically, you could just say a step ahead and then switch to Alexia, click the triangle button, and say goodbye.
You actually can't switch during the Step Ahead turn in Zero.
That's right. You can't. I forgot.
But if you get a Patience turn during the Step Ahead turn, you can switch during that. Oh, right, menu time. Throne gets Finisher's Clause, and Temenos does not need Step Ahead because we just don't need to take unnecessary turns.
This is about
Only
to turn
Throne and
into
Hikari are
Throne
what we need.
solo showcase for a bit.
Hikari's got Step Ahead too.
And he's there for emotional support.
I mean, he does things sometimes too,
Servant of V-Day. Prepare
like
your
lose me time, but sometimes he does actually useful things.
Okay, he does have the XP boost, so I guess, yeah, I could see him doing things.
He doesn't have gear yet. We're getting him gear soon.
He's just a cat boy.
So now we're heading back to Agnia Chapter 2, and surely this will be the time we finish it.
Surely.
Agnia Chapter 2 and Temenos Chapter 2 are very similar in that the bosses are just like pathetic.
Yeah, very weak.
Vados has slightly more HP. I think it's 14,000 versus Lamani's 13.
Yeah.
They're both weak to daggers.
Yeah, it works a little differently though because because you can permanently pair one character to another and have them always swap to the other one, and you don't have to change your entire party like you do in the V-Day fight.
Yeah, so it's more like a
Yeah, in the V-Day
pair-up
fight, the
system.
pairings are completely random. There's no pattern to them at all.
Oh, not even speed?
Well, if you have springy boots on everyone, then it is speed. But if you don't have springy boots on everyone, then it won't be speed. So now we're taking a break to go beat up more optional bosses. So
Not
this
extra
shark
battles.
is strong enough to
now and not this time.
live an HP thief, but not two.
What to do?
Poor guy.
And so it
So that was the reason we wanted Throne to do the breaking on Assassins, so she has latent for that fight there.
And that shark, I think, dropped the forbidden, not the Lost Tribes blade. And
Yep.
that's the weapon we'll be using for Hikari.
Actually, not anymore.
Not anymore.
That's
How many
it's a
times?
very recent development, but it's not being used on Hikari anymore.
How many times has this happened
But
to
it
me?
will be used.
This battle.
So this is our first use of Six-Fold Strike.
time.
Yep, hits once with every weapon.
I'll end this. It's over.
And
And
he's
the
weak
way
to all
this
weapons
was-
at the start of the fight, so it just takes out 6 shields straight up.
And anytime you hit this boss weakness, it will lock that specific weakness. But because we hit with every weapon at once, and then the final hit is with bow, he will leave the bow weakness open.
I mean, even if he got rid of all his weaknesses, it doesn't matter. We do have Temenos.
That is true.
And we pick it up Decaying Dragon's Essence, which just it's an item that automatically takes out 4 shields. Will be used on all of the extra battles, I believe. Fang
Yep.
of Ferocity is basically BP Eater from the first game, but it's an accessory, so you can only use it on one character. And then we have the Tornado Glaive, which has a 30% boost to wind damage. And there's a couple weapons that
BP
do that.
Just a minor correction on Fang of Ferocity. It's not quite the same as BP Eater. It's 1.3x and not 1.5x,
But it's functionally
but it's functionally the same,
just a little bit worse.
or mostly the same. There are some like janky interactions that Fang has that BP Eater doesn't.
Oh yeah, like with Thorn is latent.
Yeah, and stuff like runes.
Yeah.
Wait, what? How does it interact with Throne Latent?
If you boost on the first turn, you still get the damage boost on the second turn, even if you don't boost. So like a Soul Stone will be stronger.
Ah, interesting. I guess it is still her turn, and she did boost.
If it also works with extra turns, though, I'm pretty sure. I think like Hikari, if you Hienka, and then he gets an extra turn from that, the Soul Stone would be boosted as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, anything that causes a character to go more than once.
But Mother is going to be a really awkward fight, because in the past you can just click Abers and win instantly. But we don't really have any AoE skills right now, so we have to make do. because Mother has friends, or friend singular.
Should not have sold the Warlord Spear. Now we don't have AoE.
Hold back, mother.
Oh wait, yeah.
My prey must be
Hikari did something.
You're too kind. Mother, you're too kind.
Alright, so Hikari just used a baiting orb. To just put it succinctly, this skips the dialogue mid-fight, which you would otherwise be
Yeah.
forced to see because the boss would live on 1 HP unless you went through it.
So the thing about a baiting orb is it actually doesn't only work during like it isn't just useful for bosses, it's also useful for some of Hikari's challenges, which we'll start
Yes.
seeing in this chapter 3.
This is like one of the only categories that can actually make use of it because in almost
Yeah.
every other speedrun, you want Hikari to be merchant and therefore cannot evading orb. Unfortunately, Hikari can't learn any skills that do the same thing.
Yeah,
That I
that's
know
kind
of.
of unfortunate. No, he just doesn't have any. Like, learn skills give him a lot of things, but some of the things you're kind of like, surely this is there, and it's not.
Yeah. Like some way to put everyone to sleep. That would be nice if we could like swap. I mean,
He has a single target sleep move.
yeah. But anyway, some way to like get Cassie out of the party and put Agni instead. That would be useful
Yeah,
for like my
yeah,
any
yeah,
percent.
stand aside.
Yeah, I mean you want
wait.
Cassie in the party in this category, but
Wait.
like in my any percent uses Hikari.
Where did
Anyway, here's what I
Hikari
used-
get latent from?
For the pride of Ku.
I don't know, from being awesome. Anyway, that was Soul Gets Sent. It's probably the only time we see it,
Yep.
but it's a
Okay,
quick
this
way to get rid
fight,
of
we
it.
don't want to get hit. Okay. Pray we dodge.
Begins. Prey must be
Didn't dodge.
Bad.
Yeah.
So I think we just have to like.
spear does not
Just
Oh,
have to
of
hit him
course we
twice.
dodged that one.
too slow. Might not this. My spear does not err.
But yeah, if we dodge, then peak performance stays active, and we can just one-shot him cleanly with piercing thrust
And yeah,
there.
and because we orbed him, we're allowed to kill him without having to break him first.
The piercing thrust strat is a quadra addition.
I do believe that fight going into it will automatically almost fill as latent.
Yes, and we will take advantage of that.
Because we got to skip the scripted latent use at the end, we will keep the latent power. Whatever he had going into it.
Yeah, it's if I remember correctly, it's like one hit short, or like one break's worth short of a full bar.
Yeah, and that makes sense because you're supposed to break him during the fight traditionally.
Okay,
Ah,
Agnia lock in. Yep, that was fine. Funnily enough, I actually saw the path action fail prompt twice in this run because I didn't see it the first time, or I saw it the first time, and then when I loaded the backup save, I saw it again.
Spliced run.
Yep.
Keep your eye out, Splice Watchers. Make sure your runs don't have two failed path actions tutorials.
I mean, if you're splicing a run and you have failed path action in it, that's on you.
Heard that.
So in addition to the nuts and gear we're picking up for late game, we also need a few pieces of defensive gear, such as this lightning amulet. There will be a very, very strong lightning attack at the end of the run that we will be picking up lightning resistance accessories to block.
So yeah, we've been talking about how we've been cheesing the entire game in this step ahead, but it's
Yeah,
just not
extra
gonna,
battles won't fly.
just not gonna happen. The bosses have millions of HP and they're like forced to revive at the end and stuff.
Yeah. They actually coded the 1 HP locks correctly this time.
I don't even think it would really help, would it? I guess it would.
It would help for some of them.
Here I not this time.
There is a glitch to skip the revive on the first two fights. If Salt the Wound triggers on the same hit that kills them the first time, they just don't revive.
Yeah. Otherwise,
We don't
that
go
like
through that in this run because it's just not worth it.
yeah. Otherwise, the travelers fights like you wouldn't be able to orb those anyway because it's not a 1 HP lock. They just revive.
Yeah, but the second or the third and fourth extra battles, you theoretically would be able to orb.
Yeah. They
If
don't
orb
They
actually
don't
worked.
revive. They just stuck at 1 HP and then full heal.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is like Agnia's chapter 3. There's like a dance troupe, and I don't know, something happened.
Well, we're leaving soon because there's backtracking. We're doing Throne A chapter 3, the other one. So during the menu before Mother, where we gave Hikari, the Fang of Ferocity and the Tornado Glaive, we gave the Lost Tribes Blade to Throne. And the main reason we do that is for this fight in specific, because HP Thief does not kill him even though he's weak to daggers. But Surprise Attack will kill him.
Yeah, all things considered, HP Thief does not have that strong of a multiplier as far as I know.
Surprise Attack is a stronger move even when it's weak, something's weak to daggers and not sword. And also our sword has more attack than our dagger. The original strat that I came up for Father was like put Fang of Ferocity on Throne and then like swap off, and it was really annoying. So I'm glad I realized I could just give Throne a sword instead.
How does the surprise attack damage formula actually work? Is it
It's
just two?
There's a secondary multiplier on it that it gets lower the more actions have occurred. So if you go first, you get double damage.
That explains the numbers. Okay.
So if you go first, it's almost a Brand's Blade.
Yeah.
God.
It's definitely one of the easier ways to hit the first damage cap in this game. The sword isn't a guaranteed crit, is it?
The sword is, mainly just because
all the other crit gear is so good.
Father just doesn't have that much speed.
Yeah.
Like, it's only the final chapter bosses that we won't be able to crit with the sword, and we need that plus crit weapon.
Mm-hmm. And there are plus crit weapons aplenty to be found. The battle-tested blade is one such.
And the dagger we're using currently is the Breaker's Blade. We bought it in Merry Hills, and that gives plus 115 crit. So our total critical is like 544, which is enough to land crits on all but 2 fights we're going to do in this run. But one of those fights won't be with Throne. And the other fight, I'll get to that later. But I guess speaking of Battle-Tested Blade, we're basically on the way to get that, so we're trying to complete Hikari's story to unlock that.
Battle-Tested Blade's really good. Plus 400 strength. A lot of critical, I don't remember how much, like 200 something?
120.
120. And similar to the Giants Club, 30% to all physical.
Yep, and they stack for a 60%. Okay, importantly, I started the right chapter.
Let's go.
You don't want to start Hikari there. Not only is it slower, you also don't really have the means to do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because we still don't have Avers yet.
Oh, yeah. Do you do them back to back?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Temenos puts you right outside the town, and you can just warp back in, I think, and then Hikari's doesn't. It puts you in the town?
Yeah. Hikari's puts you in the castle, and you obviously can't warp there.
Yes, fortunately it's not Octopath
I
Zero,
have
where you
another
can
menu, but I just stole the Ogre's Bane along with another Thunderstorm Amulet. Let's just give that to Hikari. And that'll be his replacement for the Lost Tribes Blade. It's weaker, but the crit it gives was enough to make up for it.
Right now, Hikari needs a strong sword, I believe, for the duel against
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah, the duel against himself in Chapter 4. Well, in Chapter 5. And then he'll also need a sword in Chapter 4 for other reasons. Because, again, we don't have Abers yet, and the first fight in Hikari's Chapter 4 has minions.
That's true.
I guess I can talk a little bit of that right now. We're going to use Divine Dual Edge for that. So Divine Dual Edge was a skill we learned after we defeated General Rowe. So it's a sword skill that hits twice and does decent damage.
Yep. You did have the option to refuse it, and that's obviously Rip Run if you do that by accident.
Yeah. I just sometimes it's night here. I don't really know what
I don't know
controls
either.
that.
It's so frustrating. I don't know why it does that. You surprise your foe.
Doesn't
This time it's a
nor
little bit-
lose time.
This time
At
it's
least
a
my
little bit
knowledge.
less. It's a little bit less confusing why that happened because we're level 80 now.
Okay,
By
this
the way, we're
fight
not-
we can go extra fast if Throne goes first. So I want to see that.
Stay your beak, Crow.
I don't.
Damn it.
By the way, nobody's gonna hit level 83. I don't think until like the very end.
No, Throne will hit it, and Hikari will hit it too.
Yeah, I know, but like pretty late.
Not for a
right?
while.
It looks like they're close, but they're not really.
Yeah.
Even though we've done a couple extra like bosses at this point.
First things
Yeah. I want to say Throne won't level up to 83 until Trousseau or Claude, one of the two. And Hikari won't get it until literally V-Day at the end of the run. Hikari in specific actually needs level 83 for the specific gear we're giving him. So we want Hikari first to dual edge. And we don't get it, but
for the pride.
and now we finally have JP for Abers.
Hip hip hooray!
It's just we now have to do 10 million cutscenes and this.
Yeah,
There
this
is-
Hikari does not have JP for. Well, actually, Hikari isn't using Abers anyway, but this Hikari's no JP.
And after this, we're going to have the lovely streak of, is it 11 cutscenes?
I have a good teacher.
Yep, 11 cutscenes.
Still not quite as not quite as much as Live Alive near future. Where we have to skip 25 cutscenes in a row.
What?
Okay, that's not entirely.
absurd.
It's not entirely true. It's 15 cutscenes, and then you move 2 steps, read a guy's mind, and it's 10 more. But it's effectively 25 in a row.
So now we learn Abers. So, and we also learn warrior skills on Hikari, so he'll be able to deal more damage later.
Just like it says, deal more damage.
Yep.
Yeah, Abers Reckoning is it's an AoE dagger ability. It scales off of your physical attack and your speed. You might remember both of them are buffed at the start of the battles at nighttime. So quite strong. Yeah, if we manage to break any bosses, it will hit 9999 pretty much.
And even some of them we don't break, it'll still hit 9999. Then there's our final Thunderstorm Amulet. We do need one more Lightning Amulet, but that won't be for a while. And this will be the first showing of Abers. There is a strat for this fight that doesn't use Abers, but it's just slower. So why bother?
And Abers looks really cool, so why would you not use it?
So, Aber, Prince of Peace next. And so it goes.
Yeah, that boss is 50,000 HP about, by the way. It's pretty dead.
Alright, we didn't finish this last time. I was
Yep.
confused why the chapter didn't start.
Yeah, I was a little confused too until I remembered, oh wait.
I routed this.
Yep. In the old route, you would, instead of doing like that little Father Stormhill trip in the middle of this chapter, you just do Gigantes, but we've already killed Gigantes, so we can't do that.
Did you already get the nut in this town? I totally forgot.
No, you get the nut after the chapter, but
Ah,
thanks
okay.
for the accidental reminder, because I do forget it sometimes. You just have to remember to not warp away immediately and go over to this guy and grab the nut.
This guy's a fortifying nut M that gives you a permanent attack boost.
Yeah, we're going to be getting a decent few nuts throughout the run. Mainly fortifying for physical attack, magic for elemental attack, and then nourishing for HP.
Anyway, so this is a required level 25 entreat for the cute shoes, and I assume we reached that some time ago.
Yeah, I think we're like 6k XP over.
Agna will have one more important level threshold she needs to hit.
Yeah. Do you get the Fort L and Winterbloom at all?
Yes.
Okay. So you need 26 for that, and then there's a couple in I think in New Delta.
Yep, there's a fortifying nut that you need to be 25 for, but we get those way later. Well, the one in Winterbloom won't be that much later, but it'll be... yeah, whatever.
It'll be next time you go there, which will be for Casty.
Yeah.
Here I come.
My turn.
So many surprises. Do we... oh, what's our chance to surprise them? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head. I have the formula, but I don't know off the top of my head.
What's the
And we can
formula
do one more.
somewhere?
We can do one more surprise attack here, because I think it's slightly faster than Abers.
My turn.
Like we said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't lose time because you would just get a step ahead
Yeah.
anyway.
I take what I want.
What's the formula somewhere on the Discord?
It is.
forget.
It is.
A step ahead, study foe, moonlight, judgment, blessing of darkness.
We actually will be unequipping Step Ahead at one point for animation time reasons, and during those small segments, surprising is bad. So now we're heading to Hikari's Chapter 5, which is a boss rush.
Hikari's Chapter 5 really kind of blows the doors off in terms of damage you can do with Hikari. Again, we mentioned the battle-tested blade becomes easily available, we should say, instead of just available because you can't technically get earlier.
Yeah, just get the 2%, easy.
Yeah. And just win the fight against the guy with 75k HP. And then also, in addition, Hikari learns his EX skill, Shinju Monjigiri, which is very powerful.
My turn.
Yeah, I was theory crafting stuff for like maybe pivoting to Hikari DPS early, but it just doesn't seem viable because it's just not enough room in the party to do everything we want.
That makes sense.
Because we want Throne for free buffs anyway, so her also being our damage dealer is super nice. So this chapter will show kind of how most of the final chapter bosses are just going to go. But it also have some interesting fights, too. Shadow Hikari is one of my favorite strats in this run.
All right, so the first fight is going to be against General Ritsu. If we had started with Hikari, this would be the second time we would be fighting him.
I mean, the first time he has a slightly different name. He doesn't have the general title yet, but
He's just dude.
close enough.
Dude. It's the same person, really.
Prey must be
Ready?
So use a baiting orb so that we can kill him faster. And then we kill him.
Lead up.
I found the message. Holy. Okay.
And we have Mugen next. This guy is on a horse.
Very important.
This horse has got big teeth, too.
He's hungry.
prey must be
He wants his carrots.
Who's next?
So, if you're familiar with this this challenge, there's like a 40-second long cutscene or so. Well, we're not seeing that.
But Hikari needs his friends.
Cat eaters are apparently more powerful than friends.
now it begins. Prey must be
His friends are right there, just off screen in the background.
my turn. My blade sings.
And here,
I fight.
yeah, so we use Hienka to get rid of him. I think nothing else really works.
Yeah, Hienka hits twice,
Yeah.
so it's very convenient, and it just does good damage. And then this fight's during the day, so it's just annoying.
What to do? Here I come. Open sight. Open book.
Not this time.
Oh, that's a second 6-volt strike. Very cool.
That's aggressive. Oh wait, did 6-volt get used? Oh, it did. Yeah.
Yep.
So, Aver, Prince of Persia.
That actually doesn't always hit the damage cap.
And so it goes.
Like, sometimes I think I've seen, like, 98 out of it.
He has exactly 98, so that's
Yeah, you also get a
Little
ton of
tight.
damage out of 6-fold, too. So it's not an
Sure.
issue of missing the kill at all. But that is the first time we see 99999 in this run. It will not be the last. Far from it.
Yeah, you might be sick of it by the end of the run, actually.
So we have unlocked BT Blade, but we just got to do this chapter first. There's not really a better time to do it.
Yeah, we don't really do anything in this chapter anyway, so
The old strat combined that, like, it did like a cool overlap with Ochet chapters, but it's just not with how we have to do things now. It just isn't viable to do, unfortunately. So the Ochet chapters will just all be at the end.
Prepare yourself.
Which does mean, like, Buttermeat grind is like 2 hours 20 in.
Sad. Either way, it's still after all run grind, so it's not like you would want to kill
Yeah.
your run over it, unless it like completely goes sideways.
I think my last PB was 4th try, and then the one before that was 8th try Meep.
Yikes!
I've seen
whenever-
more too. I wasn't counting, unfortunately, but it was really,
Yeah, whenever-
really bad.
Yeah, when I run like any percent, it's pretty much always 5th try. Anyway, we're gonna get
Well,
the
now we're
battle tested
heading to
blade
get
now.
our
The
BT blade.
NPC is right here, and because we are absurdly high level, we can just steal it for 100%.
Your opponent. Here I come.
Despite the fact
Also,
that it's the best sword in
steal
the
the
game.
shield he's got too.
That chest right there is pretty nice. It's got a crappy knife inside it, I believe. I'm sure it's good for like the first time you're able to go there.
And you may have noticed we did not give the sword to Throne. We gave it to Hikari.
What?
I mean, Thorne is already hitting Quint 9.
Yeah,
so
she's
it's
been
not
doing
much.
fine.
Yeah, Hikari needs the damage right now more than Throne does. This is
And
the,
sword
really
is
the
so
this
big.
is the only fight at this point where we would have really wanted to have it on Throne because we needed to do those 2 attacks with Hikari to make up the range.
Yeah, she was doing 93k and that guy's 95.
I think it's 96, but close enough. And now we're getting
Lost-
Arcanist.
Yeah, so the Arcanist job is here as well as a bunch of stuff. I think it's 2 Ancient Curse Talismans. All right, we only need one,
Just
right?
one nowadays. Quadra cut the second one.
Because again, you get all your items back. So after every extra battle, so it's not like a second one
Yeah.
will do much good.
Well, no, the second one was originally quite useful on True Vita the Wicked, but Quadra found a way to cut it.
Okay, so that's the only thing that's there. Yeah, in Galdera you get quite a few other items,
Yeah.
but we don't want them now. Lost Tribes Dagger plus Blessing in Disguise is a pretty good combo, and I think you can find both of them in that very area.
I think Sneaky also gets the staff that's there, the Great Sage's staff.
Anyway, that's another fight right there that forces daytime, but we don't care. We're too strong for it to matter.
Yeah, but that is a time where BT Blade on Hikari does matter. Without BT Blade, he does not get that kill. And of course, we're still picking him up some extra defensive gear. So that helmet was extra health, and so is this empowering necklace.
Sell the battle tested blade. I don't think that's not going to be worth it.
Yeah, that's bad deal.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
even sell for that much.
I mean,
think
it
it's like
probably sells
20K.
for a lot. Yeah, it probably sells for a lot, but it's not 100k. So
Yeah, exactly. If
Get
it's not
way more
100k, it's not worth it.
yeah, you get way more value out of the Arms Master weapons, especially considering half of the Arms Master weapons are pretty terrible, all things considered. The axe is really good. I think we
I
decided.
think the only category that really makes good use of the axe is all achievements.
Now, not this time.
Open book.
So we don't use a baiting orb in this chapter. You can use it on the first fight to like get experience that you wouldn't get otherwise, but it's not needed, and it's actually just slower
Now,
because the fight like just immediately ends,
Who's next?
and this fight does not have mid-fight dialogue, so there's no orb.
What I want.
Now, this is another part where this route starts to diverge from the old route, because we'll need to actually have Casti in the party for more of the run, because she just won't have enough JP without taking her to extra fights, thanks to no augmenter. So we're going to be swapping Casti in pretty soon.
We do the cross pass first.
Well, we're swapper in mid cross path actually.
Oh, I thought we would be taking. I assumed we would be taking Hikari out.
No, we take Temenos out. We do lose Evil Ward, but it doesn't matter when you have 3 level 82s in the party.
Yeah, so you have to go into the tavern to get a couple items here, so it's a really good place to swap characters.
We actually don't do the swap there.
Oh.
Because we want to swap Agnia for Temenos at this point. But obviously Agnia is still doing a story, so I can't swap yet.
Oh, I didn't realize you swapped already.
Yeah, I did the swap on the way to Yomi.
That's that's another convenient place to swap. 'Cause
Yeah,
the
there's
tavern
multiple convenient spots.
There's one right here.
Yep. Oh, I don't I don't want to view my learned skills.
Why not?
Show me your Pokemans.
And speaking of the Winter Bloom Fortifying Nut,
There it is.
along with the Soldier's Spear, which it boosts speed. So we'll want it later for Particio to not get crit.
Okay, for a moment I thought that was a misclick.
Nope.
So apparently Hikari is supposed to destroy this next fight.
Yep.
I look forward to seeing that.
I wouldn't quite call it destroy because he doesn't. He's pretty close to not killing, but it does kill.
Mm.
Yeah, this is another victim of Divine Dual Edge.
Like it's an interesting
think-
fight in that the health pool is really split between the
Yeah.
different targets.
I'm coming, Malia.
Flacon has around 15 or so K HP if I remember correctly, whereas the goons have 12 and 11 respectively.
I'm making these numbers up, but I'm pretty sure it was 12, 14, and 16.
16 actually sounds right.
16 is right for Pluck. I know that.
Alright, yeah.
So we barely kill her.
I like how I started that sentence with "I'm making these numbers up." I'm making these numbers up, but this is correct.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, we didn't actually have Temenos there, so that was Hikari without the Temenos boost.
Oh, okay, yeah. I totally missed that. Impressive that Hikari still gets the kill
Yeah,
there.
I was a little surprised too. Alright, menu. So you... And I'm going to grab this Tough Nut for safety. I've never seen it actually, like, come up, but it better be safe than sorry.
Toughness
And it doesn't, like,
increase,
lose any
physical
time to
defense.
get anyway, so whatever.
Physical defense is a pretty niche stat too. You don't really see runners boost it that often. Oh, outside
Yeah,
of
it'll be
just
for
getting good armor.
it'll be for Throne for literally the last fight of the run.
You'd rather put like big gear on than like get a small boost from a nut.
Yeah,
Like,
but
the only
here it's
exception
like
to
a case of she just barely dies with the gear we give her.
the only exception I can kind of think of is like Therion Chapter 1, where the Iron Helm stops you from having to heal.
Oh yeah, true.
But here we just took off step ahead from all our characters, so we don't need to worry about the, you save a second every encounter, which is nice. And since we already have 100% flee rate, doesn't matter. But I've mentioned a bit about like Quadra, like what Quadra's contributions to this category. So basically, this category has, despite not being a thing for that long, it's gotten like a few different routes from several different people. So the Japanese community made the first route. I don't know exactly who's responsible for it, but some of the things they do are still done today. But a lot of the things they do are no longer, we just found better things to do.
Remember Alron getting summoned a second time.
Yep.
On your guard.
Alron
Yeah.
got summoned on V-Day. It was horrible.
For the pride of Ku.
That sounds like a Fura strat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Fura strat.
Yeah. The two runners I knew of that were running it were Sacred Shadow and Fura.
Hmm.
And then I made my first route, and then Quadra made his route, and then I've made my new route.
The question is, on this backup save file, when we get Particio back, is Elrond still following him?
No.
Sometimes if
So
you
we
get
don't-
really lucky, Elrond won't
Yeah.
like leave,
Yep,
and he'll
my
be
my PB has that. So I
Yes,
had the
he's still
emotional
following.
support Alaron. You don't need to sell as many things for money later, because he does give a discount when you're buying stuff.
Six, 4, 5, and 4.
Good job.
And then this is when Agnia will leave the party.
I'll forget next time I play this game. I'll have to remind myself. And like after my Cassie run today, I've already uninstalled it. So it'll probably be a while before I have to remember the text boxes.
So there's just that random guy by the table, and he's a tavern keeper.
Yeah. The old route would use him too, but for a completely different purpose.
He's unfortunately not as nice. He's not as good as Gus.
Yeah. Leave the chopping to me.
Abandoned village tavern keeper who can never chop. He doesn't have the chops.
Ah, he's chopped.
And we still don't have step ahead on.
What to do?
Wow, it's so snappy.
So coming up next will be Throne's final chapter. And this is obviously in single stories, it's kind of infamous because, you need to be level 34, but we kind of already meet that requirement. Just by a bit.
Barely.
Yeah, I know this place is basically the Octopath equivalent of Chernobyl, but I'm going to set up a tavern here. Business is booming. Didn't even have to BG. Only took us like 7 failed attempts at Elrond.
Yep. I don't know why I pressed left there. You don't need to.
Time for the level 1 rat.
Are you my next patient? My turn.
That one clip of Sanjan getting surprised by the rat in Throne single story is still so good.
I'm pretty sure it was
Good.
XP 100 as well.
Yeah, surprise rate, the lowest it goes is 1%. I know that.
I don't think it was just XP5. I feel like I was there for that stream.
Okay.
It's also definitely not the only time it's happened to someone.
Yeah, of course.
I want to say it happened to me once, but I didn't run Thorny Story very much, so probably
There's some
didn't, actually.
encounters here that I'd like to not get, but if I get them, whatever. And skip
Yeah,
the
if you
first
full-
one. Nice.
If you full sprint that screen, it's pretty risky. I don't want to say risky because you're like high level, but you don't want to see an encounter.
Risk of losing time.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a couple of really useful items here. We got that guy's a forbidden elixir. Is this where the rotten meat is?
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, there it is.
That's also a quadra strat.
And
The
then
strat prior was when I capture a frog later, you'd actually capture both frogs, and you turn one into jerky, and the other one would give a version of rotten meat that doesn't poison you.
And then there was the Almighty Olive, which basically full reses the party and he heals everybody.
Yeah.
Since
and Moon Eater from the very first guy.
I didn't see the Moon Eater seal, but that's useful. That's another win booster.
It's not Octopath Zero where they just hand out almighty olives to you like candy. That's the only one you get.
Oh, I was about to say. Does the Grail do the same thing,
Yeah,
or is
yeah.
it
Grail
just...
is same thing, but also an SP refill, and there's 2 Grails.
There's the I only know the one in the forest or in the graveyard, and that's kind of out of
Yeah.
the way.
So there we just we took off all of Hikari's gear and gave Throne the BT blade. And this is the one boss we can not crit. Sometimes we won't crit. There's a 3% chance that doesn't crit.
Yeah, Claude's fast.
However, Claude is so weak that even if we miss the crit, he still dies.
He has 68,000 HP, I think.
Yeah. And he's weak to dagger. So now that we've completed Throne's story, we can now swap her out of the party, but I don't know why we'd want to do that.
Claude is dead, and he is going to be replaced by his successor, Gork.
Gork, is this true?
Yeah, I'm gonna want to look at how Hikari got latent. Anyway,
This tavern
that's
visit is so
reminded me of it.
frustrating because you go into the tavern and you get cutscenes super far away from it. It would be so nice if you could actually use it.
Yeah.
So this guy has an empowering necklace. Okay,
That
that's
guy's
what
got
the
the the blessed vestments, which is the best elemental attack increasing armor in the game.
I do believe that is our friend we might have seen earlier, the judge.
It is.
Is he
He's
really
normally
your
in a
friend?
different spot, but during this
He's
chapter
hiding.
specifically, he's in the inn.
Hiding from the rain. Don't click disguise. Don't click disguise. Don't click share SP.
Yep.
Share
Don't
SP.
just.
I-
Yeah.
I
I
hate share
I
speed.
haven't accidentally share SP'd ever, but I have accidentally disguised before. I have it in my splits to click right on Trousseau. Because if you accidentally click right, or sorry, you want to click right because, or sorry, before you get disguised, you hit up to go to Abers. But after you get disguised, if you do that, it gives you disguise instead, and that just like probably just kills your run on the spot.
Bum, ba, ka, bum.
So instead, you have to press right to get to Abers. Oh, I got the encounter. Oh, hey, it's the funny fire elementals. I'm okay with that. Fire elementals in the rain.
You leave me with no choice, Trousseau. What?
Prey must be
Saul, Aver, Prince of Who's next?
Wow, didn't even need judge for that one.
I want.
I mean, the judge is with us in spirit. We took his blessed
Okay.
vestments.
That's his blessing.
I'll pour my soul into this cure.
Meanwhile, in a much less important game, someone scored a goal. A goal? That doesn't sound very exciting at all.
No spoilers in chat.
I don't know anything about soccer. Is it that hard to score a goal? I hear games end at like 4-2 or something.
Sometimes it's very tight and no one scores.
And then sometimes it's yesterday where England-France was 6-4.
Here lies Beavis. He never scored.
And hey, it's this area from way back at the beginning of the run. We're back.
I remember this place.
I mean, if I were a World Cup level athlete, I would simply just score more goals. I would simply kick the ball into the net.
That is so true.
How hard could it be?
I
Like,
think
they
I've
score,
skipped
like-
this encounter like twice ever.
My turn.
Because they score like hundreds of points in basketball. Granted, you get more than 1 point for a
True.
quote unquote goal in basketball, but still.
Never see a soccer player with 9999 power. That is true.
So here we're picking up some more stuff. Another soul stone and the ancient circlet, which is the which will go with our blessed vestments.
Yeah.
It's not the best. There is a better one, but the better one is only 10 attack better and is locked behind a very slow quest. Okay, I need to remember to get the jerky.
For good luck.
You might not know what I'm talking about. You'll learn.
I know what you're doing. I don't know why it's interesting or important though.
Here I come.
It's not either. It's
Oh.
just a fun fact that it exists.
I see.
It doesn't do anything for the run at all.
Tell me there's like a funny dialogue or something.
Well, there is some dialogue to it.
I'll do what I must.
Ready?
But it's just, you do this. And there you go. 3 superior
taking-
jerky.
Num num num.
Won't need them for anything, but they exist.
I shall be your opponent.
Okay, the Caldina fight is very funny because Caldina has exactly 100,000 health, and last time I checked, that's more than 99999.
I think you're correct.
So we have to burn Throne Leighton for this. Unless we get good turn order, in which case we don't need to, but usually we need to burn Leighton for it. Oh, we actually didn't need to. I just realized Throne is going first, but that's fine.
Watch me. Aver, Prince of Thieves. There. All tidied up.
And we got that latent from Dulcinea Phase 2.
See, if we still had the dancing dagger, we could have poisoned her. Well, she still has to get a turn though, and her turn is about like 300 years long.
True. Oh,
Oswald time.
This looks like a bit of a cross paths gauntlet here.
pretty much, yeah.
We have our
Oh wait,
two
no,
of
we
our
attacked
pairing.
first.
Yeah, this is a very common sequence in any percent runs where you finish Temenos' story and get transported back to Flame Church,
Oh, you-
which gives you a good chance to go to the tavern and start this crossed path.
Did you LP there?
Well, he's already weak to sword, so
Because
no.
you didn't have. You didn't have to. It looked like you did.
No.
I guess so.
I
Okay, so
shouldn't
I guess I guess him lighting up was probably just the boost. Then that's probably
Yeah.
what I was saying.
His LP technically isn't needed, but I'll use it on Arcanet because it's faster.
Let's have ourselves a showdown. Thinking time.
Level 1 monkey.
Very scary.
Now, Ort here's got some pretty good defensive gear for us.
Thank you, Ort.
And we also need this jam because we used the jam to refill 2 latent points earlier. Yeah, there's like multiple pretty fast reinforcing jams this run just doesn't get because you just don't need that many of them. Like, we only need 2 for the extra battles. But on the subject of the whole sequence you were talking about, this run does it a little bit differently because there's something in the middle of the sequence. We go to Wellgrove because we don't have Dancer yet.
Oh, why?
We want 2 Dancer licenses.
Ah,
That makes sense.
So we do this. Learn a completely pointless Sealtige on Temenos to unlock the second license.
good job, Temenos.
Let me give him some cat ears.
Oh wait, that's not. Okay, very important. And there is second Dancer license. I have forgotten to equip Hang Tough before. That would have been really bad. Because you don't notice until, like, the end of the third extra battle. And then it's like, well, I guess I forgot to do that.
Yeah, it is true that we don't have Ochet yet. Just no reason. I mean, she's pretty important, but you don't have to get her right
Yeah.
away because it unlocks the Alpion's amulet when you finish the
Yeah,
story.
her
but,
chapter is... Her final chapter is arguably the most important in the run.
Yeah, it's just that it can wait. Like, we don't need Alpion's amulet during the
Yeah.
main part of the run.
I like my art.
For these mug fights, you can do these the fast way, where you spend a lot of money, or you can save a bit more money by wasting some turns.
Yeah.
I've seen
In this run,
Yeah.
we have to spend more money because we don't have step ahead on Oswald.
Yeah, it's really fast to just turn 1, kill everything if you don't have to step ahead text.
I like my art. You know what to do.
And you can technically Vets X2 instead of Vets X3 for the first and third one,
Gained value.
but it doesn't always kill.
Yeah, it's a range. Or I guess it has to hit specific weakness
I like my art.
or crit. I don't know. Just do 3.
You know what to do.
Oh, you have enough money to assassin's the last one,
I've
I think.
seen worse, man.
No. You Vets
Okay,
it.
yeah, you have to spend more money later, I guess.
Yeah.
Sad.
I like my art.
Even though we're spending it pretty willy-nilly, we do actually kind of need it.
I've gained
Like, for the last mug in the, for the mug in the cross path, we're gonna use Beastlings for it. Just to save some money. So one thing we did do in that menu is we gave Throne a Dancer.
but the
So I mentioned earlier how we don't use Catapult in this run.
Cleaning time.
Dancer is the replacement for Catapult.
Yeah, Thorne has an AoE dagger ability. Well, the Dancer class does.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like Abers, but when you don't have full BP.
Yeah, this is what
other
I like
thing
to call
about,
the Torment's Abers.
Pretty much. The other thing about Dagger Dance is that for some reason Catapult can't crit, and since our build is just gets so much out of getting crits, we actually get more damage out of Dagger Dance despite it being a weaker move.
Oh, I forgot that fact about Catapult. That's interesting.
I only learned it when I was routing this category initially,
Huh.
because I did use Catapult in my initial route.
let the experiment begin.
Clean. Easy.
A step ahead, study foe, Moonlight Judgment, Blessing of Darkness.
Finally, we have them all. Oh hey, Oswald can now use One True Magic.
Step ahead, study foe, Moonlight Judgment, Blessing of Darkness.
Let's agree that
Oh, that gets used in this category, actually.
It does actually,
it?
yeah.
who's next?
Unless that changed, but I guess it didn't.
Nope,
it didn't.
has not changed. It's basically just an almighty soulstone, so it breaks any shield you want.
It's the one true magic, and it does 1 damage.
Yeah.
That's what the one is for.
Yeah.
1 true damage.
Now we're finally doing this cross path.
Oh yeah, this gets really pushed.
And the reason we push it is because we want to do Agnia during this segment. So we can just, hi Agnia.
Would you like to get some nuts for me? Is the second Oswald Particio chapter unlocked at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it has a really weird unlock condition. I don't remember.
I know one of the possible
good one.
One of the possible conditions is Chat 3, and we haven't done that yet. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah. The condition we specifically use in this run is Hikari Agnia 2.
Oh, okay.
Because there's like, I think, 3 different conditions you can use.
Yeah, it's one of
Okay.
the flames has to become extinguished.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't forget to turn those in.
So the other reason we want Agnia is for this, our final lightning amulet.
It's on that guy, okay.
The initial strat was to mug that guy, but turns out mugs are slow.
Yeah.
It's just ice L to mug that.
Shout out to those stairs being there, by the way.
Let's play.
Yeah.
Wait,
Definitely very easy to see, and everybody knows that they're there.
Did you run around in the past?
No, I knew they were. I mean, at one point I did, but like I found out they were there eventually. I know they're there now. I didn't just find out watching this.
I like my odds.
Who's next?
Dagger
So it
dance.
goes.
I like my odds.
This guy's a moneylender. Well, we got some money ourselves.
Got him.
I've gained valuable insights.
And now that's it for literally every character that isn't Ochet. Except the Temenos Throne Crosspath. We haven't done that one yet. Or the second part of that yet.
Still haven't even gone to her town. Very sad. To be fair, Ochet's town is in such a terrible location.
Yeah.
All super bosses actually gets Ochet early because you want to do some beast captures. But we will be doing beast captures just later.
I know there's one that gets used. The frog. Could have used that. That's probably what. Yes, yeah, that's going to be why we are delaying Temenos Throne 2.
Yep.
I don't know if there's another one, but you said beast captures multiple.
I guess Buttermeat counts, but
Oh,
not
yeah.
really. But that's it. Just the frog. Okay. Gotta pick a Kala.
It's for. Is that just for faster animation, or is there like another reason?
Owl final boss is weak to dagger.
Yeah. And I guess that matters. Oh yeah, it does. He has a lot of health. Has a lot of health.
And we don't have Giant's Club anymore.
And the owl also has less physical defense.
Let's do that.
Yeah, I know in my my Hikari any percent route, I pick Mahina because the fox is weak to sword.
Yep.
Yeah, if you don't really care about the beast that Ochet starts at the beast that she starts with, you can just decide based on the final boss, based on weaknesses.
You do actually summon the beast in this category. You actually
yeah.
summon the companion in this category, and Akala does have faster animations.
Do you use Akala on the tendril thing?
No, you use him on the very last fight in the run.
Yeah,
You use the X
actually,
skill with him.
beast with him, so he comes out a lot. So you really want.
Yeah,
that
he comes out
quick-
6 times. I think it saves like 2.5 seconds to on that alone. But it's been a long while since I timed that.
Mahina's animation is just really slow in general, so if you need to use her a lot, don't.
Oh, wait, no, we don't equip yet.
Who would use Mahina? Who would intentionally use Mahina in Defiance in single story?
Yeah, who would do that?
Okay, now it's me punt.
I suggest you get out of my way.
We
So
changed it to
how's this
nighttime.
gonna go?
Changes nighttime here for increasing counter rate as well as slightly increased chance of finding a meep.
I don't think in this category it's the same both ways. It's only single story that gives you higher chance
Oh,
at
that's-
night.
What to do?
Or I assume that's true because you said it is.
At
but-
this danger level, it's
Oh,
even
nice,
on
okay.
both.
Oh, surprised it too. Good one.
Must be purged. Ready?
So what's that third?
Well,
Not
I
bad.
think not.
Rare situation where Casty is actually the one to weaken the beast. I could have done Temenos too, but Casty works as well. And bye Buttermeat.
We only need that so we can turn it into a aromatic jerky to use for this story mission here. The beast will never get summoned, and the jerky is just not good for anything else.
They really should have made the Buttermeat a guaranteed encounter.
But what fun would that be?
True.
How else would they make speedrunners rage?
When do we get Buttermeat mod?
Just turn every encounter to three butter meeps?
Yes. They're deadly though. You should not play around with the meeps.
Time to
I can imagine, like the basic meeps in New Delta are also pretty crap. It's kind of funny. I don't even remember meeps being that bad in the first game.
They just heal in Octopath 1. And defend.
Okay, on this fight, if Throne goes first, we get an extra fast fight.
Come on, Terra.
Nice, we got it.
Let's go
Right.
Throne.
Don't you?
Because Ochette needs to get a turn in order for this fight to end, because she has to capture the beast.
The reason it's extra fast is that surprise attack only kills if Throne Ace first. Ochette does not have a whole lot of health yet, or right now, and she's about to provoke someone. But don't worry, she always lives. She might live on like 20 health, but she does always live. This is mainly because she actually has a speed boosting bow on right now to prevent her from getting crit.
Ah, okay. I was wondering if you could still get crit and die, but yeah, that would help.
The Bow of Carnage from Enshrouded King just happens to get equipped. Well, we aren't getting hit. Because we just two-shot. And, pop quiz, why did that Soulstone not do 3,500 damage?
Because you're cheating.
True.
Eclipse Edge. No, wait,
Yeah.
no, she's Arms Master.
That's
yeah, she's
no,
Arms
it's Eclipse
Master.
Edge, yeah.
I'm like, I was trying to remember, like, what class is she that can even have a sword? It's Arms Master.
Life is too precious to
Nice encounter, love it.
Here we go.
And it's two, not... I don't think I've gotten 2 encounters before Glacius before. Maybe I've gotten it once.
Yeah, so
You get the...
we didn't really talk about this, but you get a reduced step counter before each time you enter a screen.
Yeah.
So
This is kind of the nerf to evasive maneuvers.
So if you hit that cutscene trigger without getting an encounter, it resets, but it's still the lower step count. So you probably will still get the encounter after the trigger. But because we got it before the trigger, we got the higher one. So
Well, I think not.
we did not get the second one. It's unlikely to get the second one.
I'm hungry.
I'm sure this has been answered a bunch of times, but what happens if you abating orb the beasts?
Nothing. I've tried it.
Boring.
Just Nothing changes.
Imagine just die.
Here's another chapter where we have to go all the way to the end of a town. And then we have to go all the way back out. So presumably we're going to do something else in the meantime.
Yep, we're going to do Ochet 3.
Like the only thing there is left to do at this point.
Well, there's the cross path, and there's also some things we'll need to do after Ochet 3.
Right.
So originally that was actually done a little later, but I've realized just do it early.
We could technically do Castillo Chet 1 here if we wanted.
Yeah. But we are nearing the end of the run, or the end of the any percent portion, and the beginning of the fun part.
And this chapter is where we have our last wind boosting weapon. We're going to pick up 3 of them.
Yep.
For Goat
Also,
Casti.
you don't need to turn a night here. So it's not the night of the Scarlet Moon, it's just kind of the evening of the Scarlet Moon, I guess.
I'm the hunter, you're the prey. Come on.
So we only get a step ahead. No Study Foe or
All
Moonlight Blessing or
Yeah.
Dark stuff.
I suppose I have no choice. Here we go. Come on.
As we can see, Dagger Dance is a little bit faster than whatever we do in the single story.
Allow me to lighten your load. Come on.
I think not.
Too easy. And so it goes.
What if we routed in Dagger Dance into Ochet single story?
Sounds terrible.
I was actually looking into routing Dagger Dance into any percent when I was rerouting that category, but it's just not viable. Catapult just does way more damage.
Yeah, there's really no other use for the Dancer class. Whereas we probably I know we need Stimulate. We probably need Shogo's on.
We don't need Shogo's on, but we do need Peacock. But I guess Agni is going to be the Peacock user, but Particio is going to Lion Dance later. Oh wait, right. Yeah, you can't run away here. You have to kill.
Who's next?
Because fun game.
I want.
Yeah, it's mostly Stimulate and then Lion Dance one time.
Yeah.
You got the Tornado Bow. Unlike in the old route, we don't equip it immediately.
This fight, I believe, is always at night.
Nope.
So sorry.
No?
Wait, is it?
I don't think so. I switched to night beforehand.
I'm checking my Ochet notes.
No, I don't think that's true. I think that's Cap.
What?
And with that, we are done with Abers. There will be no more Abers in the rest of the run.
Yeah, I don't think Burn is used for any damage dealing at all. At least definitely not in the end game, I don't think.
Yeah, we still need her to surprise attack one more guy, but other than that, we're almost done with Throne. As a damage dealer, at least. So now we just got Ochet's EX skill, which is really, really strong. It lets us summon our beasts multiple times. And we're about to get the beast we're going to use with that.
I wouldn't call
check-
Octopath.
When's Belief drop?
I wouldn't call my Spanish Octopath run great luck. I guess it was more like a monkey's paw. You will get, you'll get like all the good luck that you want in a normal run, but everything else will go wrong.
So the frog is a fixed encounter in this dungeon here, which has a cool gimmick where, you know, you switch to night, different parts of the dungeon will become illuminated, but in runs you just navigate in the dark.
It's a really fun gimmick, at least casually. It makes the place feel special.
In the older route, when you captured both of these guys, you would lose time if you got a Kate, and there was, I think, either Fura or Sacred Shadow who got a Kate here one time and just lost time to having to reload save.
Okay, here's what I've written in my notes. None of my Ochet route notes mention this, but my any present notes say boss fight always happens at night.
Interesting. So now we're going to pick up Alpione's amulet.
I mean, I've already uninstalled the game, so I'm not going to check. Surprisingly straightforward side quest for how potent the item is.
Yeah. We used to do the side quest for Bodyguard's Vantage, but that's been since routed out, because that's a much lengthier quest.
Yeah, I think Quadra's notes didn't have that.
Yeah, it was the only stuff... Wait, what was it? Oh, right. I was like, there's a third thing we do here. It's magic nuts.
Alright,
Oh,
so
and
Casti is having a lot of investment put into her magic stat. You wouldn't think of Casti as a mage, but
She is
As it's-
now. And then, speaking of Casti being a mage, there we just bought all of the Bluster Bloom we will be using. Okay, money is good.
But Bluster Bloom isn't a magic. What do you mean?
it does elemental
That's a
damage.
concoction. Wow.
I mean, consider the game does not considers it legally not magic,
Hunter, you're the prey.
which we'll see on the V-Day fight.
Eat this.
And yes, that boss just died to the same attack that the frog we captured survived.
Those frogs are chunky, what?
I don't know. You're supposed to do this like midway through the game, I think. It's
Yeah, it's I mean, this is a level 14 chapter, and that boss has just pathetic amounts of health.
I want to say it has...
6,000 roughly.
Yeah,
Is that low?
I think
Might
it's
even be less.
5,800 actually.
Okay, yeah, that actually does sound right.
I mean, I said 6,000 because you hit it with 3 2Ks.
Yeah.
Quick
That's
math.
basically always what it takes.
And to answer a question in chat, I believe we do not use the provoke glitch. We just use the
No,
base
this is
provoke beasts.
Provoke Glitch actually would have uses in this run. You could break True V to the Wicked more efficiently with Terra spam. But if you want to see some really high damaging soul stones, Ochet's got all the wind weapons.
Oh.
Prey awaits. Nothing personal. Got it.
I forgot it was also weak to wind.
That
Nothing personal.
never punished? Wait, I just forgot the second wind soul stone. What?
Wait, from
Oh, I
where?
didn't pick them up in the backup save. That's why.
So trip to Timber.
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay. Okay.
I lived, so I only needed them for that.
Okay.
Forgot that I loaded the backup save and thus needed to steal the soul stones during needed to steal the wind L during Casti 4. But Ochet didn't die, so that's good. I have extra, so you have extra Shadow L's, so that was convenient.
Why didn't you save him, Miss Casti?
Here, Cassie's getting a flashback to the time she had to euthanize someone.
I'm the hunter, you're the prey.
Conveniently, this chapter full heals Casti, so we just equipped Alpione's amulet on her, which increases her max HP, and that full heal will allow her to use peak performance.
Very nice.
That was a recent thing I found out about. And now it's time for BT Staff Steel, which for some reason isn't 100%.
Dang.
My PB fails this 4 times.
The
Second
coin for
try.
good luck.
There we go.
Good.
It's a 65% chance. Like, you shouldn't fail it 4 times, but I did. I had damn near had a heart attack, so you lose 10 years to having to go restart your reputation.
Yeah, I think a glitched version of this run. I think there was a little bit of discussion about what would be useful. I think there's also a glitch where you can surprise the last 2 bosses.
Yeah. No, it's just True Vita the Wicked you could surprise. But I don't think that would actually change that much in the fight. But steel duping would definitely change things.
And there's a glitch where it's not useful at all, but there's a glitch where you can do the fight in a boat.
Yep.
Ran into that one by accident.
Yeah.
Because you have to use a completed save, and if the last fight you did on that save was on the water, it'll think you're still in the water.
Okay, here we go. So, really long menu.
Oh, it is really long.
Meanwhile,
already
my
got
last
that.
menu here in my any percent route is step ahead on Temenos.
Yeah, this is like a 40-line long menu. Because we basically equip all of the gear we need for endgame, some of the jobs we need. And then one more support skill. And that was pretty clean.
Yeah. So would a fair
I didn't.
TLDR be that we basically just make Hikari our physical damage carry and Castia our magic damage carry,
Pretty much.
and then make other people tankier?
My turn. Ready?
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Concoct can do this.
The weird part about Concoct is that you need to menu over. You need to select the weapon that you want the stats of when you're using it. So there I menu over to my dagger. Staff is better because I have BT staff, but dagger is enough for
Dagger.
that fight and it's fewer inputs.
Right there. Yeah.
And here I think we have a very, very low chance of getting surprised because we don't have champ belt on right now. It's happened exactly once.
And also, the Moon Eater dagger is a really good elemental weapon, as is.
Yeah. 350 versus 400.
Well now.
So yeah, getting caught by surprise, pretty unlikely. I think a little bit more likely is failing to flee at all. Because, who do you have in the party? You have like 2 level 80s and then...
But we have Evil Ward, so we can't fail flee.
I guess I'm thinking of when you like switch
We
characters
still have
for,
Evil
like...
Ward in the other party, because Particio has it.
yeah. Because you have Cleric in this run. Yeah, we probably already said this, but the real crap thing about this part of the game is that it's always night,
Are you my next
Yeah.
patient?
so to get more encounters.
What to do? What to
You also have to watch the Throne Temenos animation play if you have them in the party.
Life is too precious to
Ah, so close.
Ready?
I think you can maybe do some walking there, I don't know. I know there's some walk strats at some point during this segment, but I don't know them. Like, I remember seeing some other runner do them.
Are you my next patient?
I know in this game, if I want to avoid encounter by walking, I just walk until I get an encounter because that's like fewer steps that you have to do because you get the first encounter earlier.
Do be gentle.
Cleaning time.
So there's going to be one more boss, and then we
I suppose
go to the remaining
no choice.
flames.
What?
Yeah, it's a walking simulator from here until the final boss, or the original final boss.
Yep.
My this will teach you. Forgive me.
Triple wind build is so
I think we
satisfying.
found the cure for evil.
Yeah. Thing about the wind build is it's almost certainly the most convenient Alpione's user to get in runs, and it also happens to be the one that actually works on True VD the Wicked, because that fight is super restrictive on your builds. But yeah, we don't have step ahead on anyone right now. But also, I think this might be a good time to explain what Alpione's Amulet does.
Yeah, I guess. So, if anyone watched the Galdera run earlier, we used Fortitude on Therion. We put him to 1 HP and then he got a massive multiplier to his physical damage. Alpione's Amulet is effectively the same thing, but it's an accessory and works on magic damage as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better, but also worse because there's only one of them in the game. Whereas you can give fortitude to like all 8 characters if you wanted.
Yeah. The other thing that makes it a little worse is that in Octo 1 you have BP Eater, whereas in this game you have peak performance. So you lose out on that peak performance when you're at 1 health.
Right, so peak performance requires you to be at max HP for a 50% damage boost.
So,
But the 1 HP
so
is
instead of being
revenue.
like 3x, it'll be functionally a 2x from Alpione's Amulet. But we do save a support skill slot, which is nice.
I shall be your opponent.
I feel like I've gotten a lot of encounters here.
And I guess since we're talking about Alpiones, we could also talk about the forbidden elixirs that we picked up.
Yep.
So they are items that, when used on a party member, they drop you to 1 HP and give you max BP.
I think they do they give you max SP too?
They give you SP2, yeah, but it won't be
Yeah.
useful in this run, because
And then
Concoct doesn't
you're-
cost SP anyways.
Depending
Very
on
balanced.
your HP, you will also usually get max LP as well, because
Yep.
LP gain is based on missing HP.
Yeah, if you drop yourself from 1 HP from full, then you pretty much always get full LP.
Yeah.
You will always get full LP by doing that.
So we have a very easy way to set up the Alpione's damage boost mid-battle.
And I did check, I do indeed have evasive maneuvers equipped. It's just,
Nighttime.
yeah.
I think it's also we mentioned it earlier, but Alpione's Amulet is plus 2,000 max HP.
What,
Or-
1200.
Yeah, something in the neighborhood. Something with a 2 in it.
Decide or fight.
The HP increase, actually, no, it doesn't matter. It almost
Really?
matters, but it doesn't matter.
Is there any other funky mechanics we need to discuss? You're not going to use crit scope, I guess.
Yeah, we're buffing
Oh,
Oswald's.
that would have been bad.
Did you?
I
Yeah,
forgot
with
to
the
use the
wrong numbers.
mirror. Almost.
We're buffing Oswald's HP because he needs to be a tank in the first True Vede fight.
And the second one.
And the second one. That makes sense. Probably both fights need a tank. I more distinctly
Yeah.
remember the first True Vede strat.
Yeah. Okay, we need to do
Anyway,
one
here's-
final menu before V-Day, but it's a very short one. It's just support skills and a small party menu.
Yeah, like we mentioned, there's some all-purpose stuff that really anybody can do, but because Oswald isn't good for anything else, we make him do it. But it is a pretty useful role because we need
Oh,
One
that's
person-
what's fucking-
we need one person to survive like 10,000 damage or something.
Yeah. So now, do you want to see me kill 2 boss faces in 1 turn?
Go nuts.
Sounds like it could be fun.
Cleaning time. Hang in there.
So that Yenka move we used earlier also just gives us an extra turn. And yeah,
Holy.
It's not really one turn if you use Hyenka.
Yeah, that's 2 actions actually.
fair.
But yeah,
And here we have
Betting
all 8
orb.
characters. We won't need more than 4.
You're all waiting.
And this will be the first showing of Alfione's Amulet. Forbidden Elixirs also cure your statuses for some reason.
oh, that's interesting. I did not know that.
I did not know that until Quadra put that into the strat, and I was like, wait, what?
You put yourself to 1 HP and die to poison? What's the deal?
But also, we just got a bunch of nasty debuffs, which prevent us from using most damage skills. However, Concoct is exempt.
Because it's not a skill. Oh, higher health
Specifically, it's not a
Thespians.
spell. Because it only blocks magic spells, not like all magic.
Hmm.
So like what Oswald would use, basically. So like Elemental Barrage would work. Or like
That was
would
so
be
much
allowed.
quicker than any person.
I know.
In the normal in-person routes, you'll see half of the party just die there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or, well, I guess everyone but 2 usually.
It depends on the route.
Yeah.
Some routes have more people die, and some... Yeah, the JP margins are pretty tight for some of these characters. Casti and Pertitio especially. Like, we equipped Hard Worker on Temenos for a reason.
Here we're going to get an important NPC hire.
Only needed for 1 fight, but boy does it help that 1 fight.
And here we're going to go to Conning Creek. I assume this was mapped out to be the fastest save to access.
That I know of.
And we're not
And
going to
here
watch
come the
credits.
episodes.
This is not any percent.
All right.
Thankfully, we don't need to watch credits.
Right. So
Oh, sacred light.
I think we're going to use an ability in this fight called Doter's Charity.
Snake. I'll take
This makes it so that your items affect everybody, and you think of this as being used for healing items, but it can also be used for like decaying dragon's essence.
We also use it for Forbidden Elixir.
what to do. I require
So everyone's gonna be at 1 health soon.
your step. These hands. Arise, Dodor, the charitable. My turn. As swift as a hang.
Oh no, we're gonna die.
I will. Now go.
These things are really good here because all the travelers have different weaknesses, and these things just hit through all shields anyway.
And yeah, because we
And
dropped
this is what
everyone.
the Get Me Do was for.
Only pain. This
For its intended purpose? Wow.
Thank you. These hands. Naughty
Yeah, these
Oh, yeah,
guys died to
Aelfrics.
5 concoct hits without debuff.
in Alfred's name. Be saved.
And Ophelia just full
As a snake.
heals everybody. She can't do that in the actual game. Well, I guess she could technically, if you boost it a lot.
Hang in there. Not hard.
Yeah, because... Well, actually, never mind. I was going to say everybody gets latent power, but Cassie, I think, was already at 1 HP.
To be done. Oh, come on.
Yeah, we needed Leighton back on Casti because we'd run out of materials otherwise.
My
We
job.
only actually have 2 diffusing serums.
So this next fight is pretty much the same as the other one, except for Hana is a thing, and she has patience.
Here I go.
Which could give her an extra turn at the end of,
As swift as a
or
snake.
an extra action at the end of the turn.
But I will now.
The odds that it kills the run are very low, but it can happen. I have had a attempt die to it in practice, which is really funny.
I think outside of the
I
Alrond, outside of the Alrond fiasco, this run's been going too well, so I think we did see it here.
Yeah.
Only arise, Dodor, the charitable.
And also, in addition to daughters, we also see Aelfrics be used, which just gives a character an extra turn at the end of.
And in this fight, Ochette doesn't need to do anything. Oh wait, hang on.
Hmm?
I have to make sure I'm switching to my staff before all these concocts.
Naughty deeds.
Yep. Yeah, that's a very easy mistake to make.
This
Primrose actually gets a ton of evasion here, but the Decaying Dragon's essences just always hit.
Swift as a snake.
BG never does that for me.
Yeah, what the? Cheating.
Hang in there.
So weird how every time she uses BG, it does that.
These hands.
Must be hacking.
This will
I'm pretty sure my
teach you. I
casual
know no pure
fight for this was very similar, where I just used Casty.
Why am I blanking?
Well,
Okay.
I don't remember what I did. I know I just followed the notes for Quadra's notes for the first time I did it on my Switch. And then on PC, I started a new file and tried to do it myself. But I don't remember what my strats were.
As for
I
these
used
upcoming
Takari and
fights,
Throne casually.
these upcoming fights, I never got
Yeah,
through
this is where
I just got annoyed.
this is where the hard stuff really begins.
Yeah, so he's gonna summon 4 ads, and when they die, they explode and hit everybody. So this is mainly what Partitio's Hire was for. The NPC will nullify, I think, 2 hits of damage, and she's summonable twice. So that's that'll block all 4 of them.
Watch me. I'll take this. Playtime's over. Alfred, the flame bringer.
It doesn't really matter who I Hienka, I just can't Hienka the same thing twice. Because if I kill a tentacle early, I just die.
And then Partitio has the Elfric's buff active, so we'll use up the second summon right now. And everybody gets 4 free damage blocks, and very convenient because there's 4 tentacles that explode for massive damage. 0. 0. Now you might be thinking, hang on, don't you have to do all this a second time because the boss revives and switches out your party? Well, we have a solution for that.
And the solution is not a baiting orb. We have to fight again.
But we have a solution prepared with the other party, basically.
Yeah.
The solution is just don't die. Effectively.
Just don't die.
There's our
And
frog right there. We use Ochet's EX ability to summon the same beast a few times in a row. I think it was 4.
Yep.
And here we
And
can
that's
also
first
see the
phase.
party split, where we have Hikari as the physical DPS on this side, and then the other side's going to have Casty.
So in this phase, you don't have step ahead, but you do get to keep some BP going in.
Oh, some.
Well, it's based on the number of turns you've spent. If you don't spend enough, you can actually come in and you're with like 3 BP, which kind of sucks. Fortunately,
So-
the actually dangerous tentacles will always go after the party.
Oh,
So
1 true damage, let's go!
What's this again? Yeah.
That tentacle in the corner is always dodges. It's just kind of annoying.
Oh, yeah, it's immune to...
We
physical-
get rid of those last 4 shields with the Decaying Dragon's Essence. And the first one, because it had 5, that's what 1 True Magic was for. So you're going to use Seal of Immortality. This blocks you from taking mortal damage once, I think.
Yep.
And he also has Hang Tough on and a ton of defense and HP. So he can survive... Oh, and Sacred Shield. So he can survive
He's
2 of
not
the...
dying.
He can survive 2 of the explosions, and he doesn't need to survive the other 2.
Okay, let's go, Ozzy.
And in this fight, in this phase, the body doesn't get to do anything, so we can just take our time and revive. Bad turn order. Hate to see it.
Here's our Almighty Olive. Yeah, all it does is count down, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, and Casty kept her buff with the
Lasting
support
memory.
skill.
Do that.
Thinking time.
These hands.
Yeah. Lasting memory isn't required for this fight. Oh wait, I just attacked. Lasting memory isn't required for this fight, but it helps.
Yeah, it's very much necessary for the next one, I think.
Only pain.
But
Assuming-
next fight, it very much is required. Yeah.
Nice.
That's 1 boss done. So this is the next fight where the lightning protection will become relevant. And I think some people already have lightning amulets on, but not everybody who needs them.
Nope, everyone has them on now.
Okay.
We did everything before, so we don't need to do any equips right now. Old route needs to do equips now, but
No, we just need to change a couple jobs. It looked like.
yeah, and some
Yeah,
support.
because Oswald needs to be. I know Oswald needs to be dancer here.
So this is Windy Refrain at home.
As swift
We used to use the real Windy Refrain here, but we got to make do since we don't have it.
Rotten meat to buff up.
Okay, let's see if we get the Blinding Lights glitch. I shouldn't get it.
not bad.
But
No mercy.
okay, that was almost really bad.
I guess flashing
Blinded by the
lights
light.
warning at
Didn't
one
get it.
point.
We're good.
Okay, nice.
Thinking time.
All right.
Feel the lion's power.
So one of the hands is immune to magic, and one of them is immune to physical. So we have to kill them one at a time. And whoever kills each of the hands is going to get stolen away temporarily. So right now we only have Oswald and Pertitio. So they're going to like take turns stimulating each other and using assassins.
Okay, I guess I get to show off the Lion Dance strat. If I get good turn order, I can skip it, but the Lion Dance will be muted this time.
It's not used for its intended purpose. I can't exactly remember.
It's
What it does.
so
It
this
beats
turn
one of the-
here,
It's buff wipe,
it
right?
manipulates the boss to wipe my buffs here instead of attacking twice.
Take this. All according to plan.
I don't know if we mentioned what assassins do, but they are the highest damage hard help option that you get from beating the assassins, and they also heal 25% of your SP per hit, and also heal you for like max HP per hit.
That's a lot of nines. That's
Here's
why I
some
said you
more.
might be sick. You might be sick of 9999 by the end of this fight because Cassie just throws out 4 of them in a row.
Okay, where is
Double
Casti? Okay, Casti's first next turn. That's good. I won't need to stimulate.
Hands are back.
This fight is always winnable, but there are some like variation stuff.
Red. So, Mateo, eat this. My turn. Hang in there. You have healing hands. Step right up.
Springy boots. So yeah, springy boots makes it so if you use it on if everybody has the buff, they will always go in descending order of speed.
Do I also get to do the essence save strat?
Right. Also, everybody takes damage at the end of each turn, so we're actually gonna intentionally full wipe half of our party so that it causes the boss to skip the rest of his turns.
Yeah, there's a
It's
lot of
just
nasty
just-
stuff you can do.
Yeah, there's just a weird interaction with like your party, with like half of your party being dead, and the boss still having turns left to go. It just skips them.
Let's go,
'Cause He has,
frog!
nobody, he has nobody to target. The 80% route actually abuses this as well.
We're gonna.
Bad.
We need either the damage from. We either need the debuff from Ochet or the damage from Hikari here. And so we should be in final phase. We're in final phase. This is when the lightning amulets come in.
And he just almost full healed. He got back 80% of his health there.
He's mad.
Oh my god, Agnia lived. Of course she did.
She didn't take any hits.
She dies to one hit.
What to do?
So I guess her turn isn't like really necessary, and she's
Please,
just in the way now.
call a glitch, please. Damn it. Maybe they fixed it. Akala can just choose not to hit the weakness for some reason. Okay, Agnia, hit these attacks.
Temenos
I don't
is,
get it. How does she do it? Genuinely, how does she do it?
Ready?
She's too good.
Yeah, so Temenos' latent power works really well with Elemental Barrage. It's like,
Normally we'd use
Three-
it twice, but Agnia hit all her hits, so yeah.
and yeah, once again, he wiped half of our team, and so the remaining 4 turns he had left to go just get canceled.
And since the Springy Boots buffs are maintained, we always know Casty can get buffed here.
No mercy, only pain. This will teach
Use
you.
this.
Your true
And time will be on the fade out after this boss.
naughty deeds. This has to be done.
Very, very difficult boss there.
Time.
Will not
Nice.
That was a great
GG.
run.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to show off the boat fight.
Yeah.
Very cool run.
Very
Thanks.
cool.
What's your PB?
My PB is I just got it 2 days ago. It's a 257. That was a 304.34.
Yeah, not too
I
bad.
was timing as well.
Underestimate.
Yeah. I'll take it. Played well. Aileron
Probably
just
was-
didn't want to cooperate.
Yeah, if we we stuck with Elrond, we might have still come underestimate. I mean, I assume
We probably
gamblers
would've,
always
yeah. But
quit
it's-
right before.
Yeah. But it's nice to allow for if I miss input on extra battles and lose a few minutes.
So, with that done, we will be moving over to our final segment of the marathon, which is a Galdera relay for Octopath 1. We're going to have 2 teams of 3 runners running back to back. They're going to be swapping the save file in between. So it's going to be another boost versus break. good
Break
luck
will
to
get
that.
their comeuppance. Or wait, no, Boost will get their comeuppance. Break will get their redemption. That's the word I was looking for.
Yep. So
They don't. There's no comeuppance. Nobody did anything wrong. We just
Like, let's cut
cut the
them
feed.
all off. Yeah, cut the feed.
All right. See you guys later.
Yep.